today we're going to do some more ride along with Dan and the Fireman. What that is, I'm going to be riding and then I'm going to be showcasing all the different hazards. Now today's special because the sun is going down. It is 5:02 and I'm going to be going within traffic within the city. So this is going to be like one of those scenarios where you're getting off work or you're going somewhere during this rush hour type of time. So a lot of people are going to be coming home from work and it's going to be, they're going to be tired and all that stuff. And then also we're going to have to deal with visibility changes. So thankfully I brought, or at least I thought about it, the clear shield, and that's going to be helping me out when I'm going to be reduced with visibility because there's not enough light. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We got 17 minutes to my destination, so you're going to ride with me. So much like the other videos where I talk about white, yellow, orange, red, and now brown stage, right now I am in the yellow stage, so I'm actually relaxed. I'm looking around. Okay, this is not that bad. I see my exits over there. I don't have to go that way. I'm gonna be taking a right-handed turn. It looks like it's gonna be the median in the way, so I'm not gonna have to deal with too much cross traffic on that one. Parking lots can be dangerous, man. You got to be careful. Situate yourself in a good spot so that you know how to get in and out. Let's go ahead and put traction control on. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so slow speed stuff. This is where it's very important. Look both ways. Very good, because I'm looking for any cross traffic for that. All right, so we got a one-way. So typically with one-ways, we're only gonna have to deal with one direction of travel, which is gonna be this way. So when I'm getting to a stop, I'm gonna position myself in a good spot to where I could just take off. This is easy for me, but you can also position yourself here and take off that way. But also watch out for the gravel. You notice how it's like a V pattern? So that's stuff you got to watch out for. You don't want to park your bike in there, because if you try to take off quickly and you're not paying attention too much to your throttle control, it could slide out from underneath you. So looks like I'm coming up, making sure I have my indication on. I'm going to go ahead and creep up. This is called opening up the view. So now I get a better line of sight to traffic coming my way. So it's a green light for them. So that means we got people coming. Yellow light's good. Look both ways still, just in case there's like a stopped car. All right. Brake lights coming up ahead. That's where we're gonna have to be a little bit cautious about, 35 miles an hour. I see that there's some arrows in the right lane, so that means this lane has to merge. And it's best to do that as soon as you possibly can as a motorcyclist. Now, there's all this debate about zipper merging versus everyone getting in this line because no one should cut. Zipper merging is actually way better. It really is. But this isn't one of those situations where I want to zipper merge, because if I'm stuck right here, that means people can't go and turn right, so that's not a good thing. So when I'm slowing down, I'm looking at my mirrors. There's a car coming up behind me, and I'm going to go ahead and position myself off to the side. Okay, so hopefully, and I'm thinking out in terms of what I would do if I was coming up to this like super fast, like the car behind me, if they stopped. But if I was coming up super fast, I have an escape path to the right. So instead of slamming the brakes and possibly hitting this Hyundai Tucson, hey, I'm in Tucson, I would swerve to the right, and I'm hoping they would do the same. So that's why I'm off to the left. So if they swerve to the right to miss everybody, they're not gonna hit me, hopefully. All right, here we go. I don't have a pin lock system, so I got some fogging going up. I didn't put any anti-fog spray. So here is a bad situation. See, I'm opening up the view and I'm increasing my space cushion. I let them take off, and it gives me a better line of sight. If you need to, rewind it. So this is a single lane road, pretty bad road. It's not too bad actually, but still not good. Single lane road with an escape path to the left. Going to wave to my bruh. I don't know him, but he's a bruh. I have an escape path right here as this turn lane, and then I also have a bike lane to the right if I absolutely had to swerve all the way across, okay? But I'm still keeping a good space cushion, and I have good line of sight, so I can see all the way to the intersection, every single car. I can see when they start applying the brakes, and if you notice, when somebody applies the brakes, you kind of like put a marker right there, and you're gonna notice that everybody, once they pass that spot, is gonna apply the brakes. Now this guy, I wanna go ahead and present myself just a little bit. Hey, I'm moving, I'm moving the headlight, because I didn't want him to merge with me, like in front of me, because then I would have had to slam the brakes. But thankfully, I have decent physical skills when it comes to emergency braking. I mean, you can always improve. So once again, it's been a while. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and situate myself to the side. Now this one, there's no real escape path other than to the left, but I'm already here and I wanna be able to see everybody coming, and I position myself to the side. Hopefully they just slam into the back of this Jeep instead of me. Lane filtering is not legal in Arizona, so that's the best I could possibly do when it comes to that. So we got a turn, a car turning right here. I'm looking to the right. Anybody turning right in front of me? Nope, nope, nope. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get through the intersection, and then now I'm going to go ahead and let this person go. So I'm going to present myself a little bit to this car right here. Okay, nobody turning left in front of me, good. Okay, so it says 27th Street. I'm looking at those green signs. Those green signs definitely let me know that that's a through street. Whether it's in a neighborhood or not, that means that there's a good possibility that there's a car there. So, okay, so that's not a threat, that's just parked there. Now, see, I got a really big space cushion. I don't care about the vehicles behind me, I care about the vehicles in front of me. At the end of the day, the statistics say that the striking vehicle is the motorcyclist, so I'm gonna give myself as much room as possible. That red vehicle is kind of making me a little nervous, a little bit. I'm looking at the tires, I'm also looking left, looking right, looking left, looking right. Okay, very good. So it's a green light, but I see brake lights, and I'm gonna maintain my space cushion because they close the gap. Okay, so we got quite a bit of hazards here. I'm keeping an eye. I saw a bump in the white vehicle, getting situated with that, so I'm not surprised. That was a big intersection. I saw the vehicle in front of me lift up with like a bump. That gave me a good indication that, hey, something's coming up. Maybe I need to lift my butt up a little bit and go over an obstacle. An obstacle is anything that's gonna push my butt up to me. That's how I feel. I also had somebody turning left, and I just had to really be careful, and I was just word vomiting out of my brains. So I'm definitely in orange mode. I'm definitely in orange mode. Okay, so these people are gonna stay there. And another thing that you can do, and this is actually really cool when it comes to a lot of traffic, there's pros and cons. Pros, let's start with cons. Cons, there's just a lot to look out for. What you really need to focus on is maintaining your space cushion so you have time to react. Also have at least one escape path, So remember, space cushion, one escape path. And then the other one is that you need to pay attention to anybody that could be getting into your path of travel. So that's intersections or people merging. That's it. That's all you have to care for and pay attention to. And each and every one of those things involves good visibility, and that's very important. So make sure you have really good visibility. All right, so I felt comfortable here because I have a good space cushion. People are starting to apply the brakes. I see a bunch of people. We got somebody turning left. Let's go ahead and make sure to take a look at their eyes and their tires. Good, good, good. We have a red light coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and get in this lane. That way, once again, there is an option for somebody to swerve right just in case something happens, okay? We have a fire truck up ahead. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about that since it is a special occasion. Okay, buddy. With fire trucks, remember, there's people that they do what's called rubbernecking. So if we have vehicles in front of us or behind us, we have to be very careful because there's going to be a good chance that they're going to be staring at that truck, trying to see what's happening over there. They want to see cool, fancy things that are out of the ordinary, and they're going to stare at it, target fixate. Well, when they do that, if see there's a bunch of tail lights and brake lights up ahead, if I'm stopped at a light and they're looking at that vehicle, they're gonna crash right in front of me. So you have to be extra careful even around vehicles like that on the side of the road or anything crazy. So make sure you pay attention. So that's another high risk area. Okay, so that grate right there, you definitely don't wanna stop on that. Just in case you put your foot down and it slides. That's my biggest worry. So we're gonna sit here, we're gonna take a look while we're having to wait. So we got a vehicle behind me protecting me. Oops, let's go ahead and turn off the turn signal. Thanks for not letting me know, guys. All right, green light. So we got to be careful with this black vehicle. I'm going to utilize the vehicles around me. So that's where I was going to go to the pros. So the cons of high traffic is all those things. The pros is that you can utilize traffic like this vehicle right here as like, okay, well, if you don't see me, you know, because there's no traffic, if you don't see me because I'm such a small profile, I'm going to stick with like big bro right here or next to me, anybody next to me, and utilize them as, hey, look at him. I'm going to be next to him. You know, like a lamprey with a shark, you know. Nobody cares about the lamprey. Everybody cares about looking at the shark. So it protects me. That's the way I'm going to look at it. Okay, so we got this vehicle that might come out to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and present myself. And once again, I don't think they will because there's just a massive amount of traffic. They might not shoot the gap, but just in case they do, I had an escape path to the left. And I also had one, braking, basically. Acceleration and braking. Okay, so we got a bunch of lights, making sure nobody's behind me. I'm gonna go ahead and switch lanes because you'll see why right here. See how this vehicle sticks out a little bit more? So if somebody slams into something, I'm kind of protected around 3 corners instead of 4. Hey, it's a dog. All right, here we go. What's up, buddy? Hey. So once again, I'm gonna give myself a good view. Now this vehicle is gonna be seen before I am, and these people are not gonna go because they see these vehicles. So I'm utilizing them as a way to be seen. Now, Don't know if anybody's going to be shooting the gap behind me to get to this intersection. Nope. Okay. So nobody's behind me, but that means I'm not covered. Okay, what is everybody doing? Just double checking everything. Now this might be typical traffic for you. It definitely might be, and it's going to get darker and darker and darker and darker. So I'm looking to my mirrors. I got a black Nissan, I think, behind me. Okay, so I see that they started slowing down and they're maintaining space cushions. That's good. So this person right here, I don't know if they're going to turn over to me. Nope. Okay, they're going to accelerate. Okay, nobody's coming. No pedestrians. All right. We got vehicles right here. It looks like they're trying to merge the traffic going the other way, so we should be good here. We got a vehicle might want to turn in front of me, but I doubt they will. They might turn after me. This vehicle right here might shoot the gap to me. And that was a situation where if I had to, I couldn't swerve left, and I definitely couldn't swerve right if that Honda Fit came into my lane. What I would do is accelerate, and then I would move to the left side if I had to, or just keep accelerating. Okay, so we have vehicles, pedestrians going through cautiously. Now that I'm getting out of the intersection, get out of the intersection. Okay. All right, so that's U of A right there. That's University Drive. A lot of people. All right, 7 more minutes until we get to cycle gear for bike night. So we got this guy to my right. I do not know what he's gonna do. I doubt he's gonna switch to my lane because he has his window down, but he can't hear me because he's got headphones in. But I'm not gonna accept anything. If he tries to get into my lane, I'm gonna swerve to the left because I have an escape path. All right, so I got a Mustang behind me. Okay, looks like they're slowing down, and yeah, they see me, they're slowing down. So if anything happens, like if they get hit, hopefully they don't run into me. But you know, that's why we're geared, just in case something like that happens. But the best thing you could possibly do is move off to the side just in case. That hopefully they clip you, not crush you. I'd rather be clipped than crushed. All right. So once again, it's a big line. You never know. Sometimes people are just like, I don't want to turn left. I'm going to get in the straightaway. So these big trucks are a little bit easier to manage because they don't just gun it for little things. They make sure they have a big open spot to go turn left in front of. All right, so the vehicle is not going to turn. Okay. So I'm right here. What I'm doing is I'm getting a good look at over everything. So I can see over everybody. I see brake lights coming up. So I don't know why everyone's applying the brake lights, but what I'm doing is I'm maintaining my space cushion. They can apply the brakes or slow down, and if I just maintain 30 and they go 25, then I will catch up to them and my space cushion is gone. Now, let's say somebody's behind me and they're tailgating my ass. Now I'm pretty much trapped. So what I do is I like to make sure I have a good space cushion, and if they all of a sudden go from 35 to 25, I'm going 35 to 25. Unless I feel like, you know, this is too slow, it's dangerous for me, I'll switch lanes. So we got this vehicle right here. I don't know if they see me. I'm a little bit blinded by the LEDs, just the way it is. All right, so we got this vehicle, nobody turning left. Every intersection, guys, I am looking at the people turning left in front of me and then people that might turn right into my path of travel. That's what I'm looking for. That's what you should look for. Quite typically, any type of road debris or anything like that that's in the intersection is already kicked away by these vehicles up ahead. So I'm not too concerned about road debris or road damage or anything like that. If I have to, I can get out of the way, but I'm looking to the people turning left in front of me and then the people turning right in front of me from the cross streets over here. All right, so this is Grant. We're almost there, 3 minutes, 1 mile away. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So right here we have 2 lanes. I'm looking at the signs. We have 2 lanes to turn left. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick, I'm already gonna have to go into the right lane when I get onto Grant. So I'm gonna stay in this lane. So right here, you notice how there's like this gore area and then there's this just regular area. Well, I'm gonna stick off to the gore area as much as I can. I'm gonna utilize that space. Now I'm not gonna get in it, and I'll definitely make sure I check because there could be road debris and a bunch of like nails and stuff in there. So I'm gonna probably ride the line pretty good. This also gives me a good view of oncoming traffic if I have to just go. Like if I'm in the intersection, go. If I'm over here, a vehicle could be blocking my line of sight. So we got a green arrow, but just because we have a green arrow doesn't mean that people don't run lights. So I always do a double check and I always look right here for anybody wanting to turn right in front of me. I was supposed to go in the first available lane, but it was open. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. So we got that vehicle right there, but they're not going to turn because they see that white truck. So I'm good there. So it's really nice to have this spot, especially on this road, because I got a bike lane and I got a bunch of stuff that I can utilize. So once again, I'm maintaining space cushion, looking over here, looking behind me. Okay, everything's good. I have a bike lane if I have to escape, and I can escape more to the left within my lane or all the way to the left across lanes. So another intersection, everything looks good. At no point am I rushing to get from point A to point B. I'm already 17 minutes late, but you know what? I don't care. I wanted to chat with you guys and make an awesome video with you. So thank you guys for being so patient. I'm not leaving yet. Don't worry, I'm not leaving yet. Not leaving yet. All right. So right here, once again, utilize the gore line. This is actually the bike lane, but I'm going to utilize it. Now I'm going to keep an eye on this infinity behind me. And I'm always going to point my nose where I could escape. Now I'm in second gear, so I'm going to go ahead and put myself in the first gear. And if I had to, I can go ahead and gun it. But at the end of the day, my biggest concern is making sure that person is actually slowing down. If not, I'll just creep over to the right, and boom, they run into this blue Toyota. All right, cycle gear, boom, boom. Right Arizona MTC, look at that. They're here. They are the people I work with. Amazing people. Oh, that's a bus lane. So that right there is 17 minutes. I'm going to utilize the bike lane so I can get out of the traffic. 17 minutes of in-town travel at 5 o'clock during a work day. Okay. Oh, and then speed bumps right here. Definitely could practice. You're going over an obstacle. Boop, boop. Very easy. All right, guys. I'm going to be heading out. Thank you so much for staying with me. And I'll be seeing you around. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up, Dan the Fire. Oh. What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. That was a commuting video. I do have that linked as the first sentence in the description. So if you wanted to watch that, because if you skipped it to get to here and figure out what I do when I'm riding in town and how I see and how I look, please check that out. There's a few raw DDFM, so ride along with Dan the Fireman. I like to take the aspect of doing a ride along with firefighters and kind of get an idea of how they think, how they do things. Let me know in the chat if that is something that you want me to do more of. I prefer to do those types of things over having, you know, the top 5 tips for blah, 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 blah while I'm riding, because this is how I ride. So crew, let me know. Go ahead and grab yourself some barbecue. Matt made some amazing barbecue once again, but I would love to know from the crew, you know, specifically you guys, if that's something what you want, because you guys are the ones that are 100% fully financially supporting this channel, on top of being badass and getting some cool stuff during the week. So actually, if you are a member, you get to see all of this week's after action reviews with a video on Sunday. So those recaps, you get to see them. But anyways, I just want to know if this is something you would like. You know, I tried to do some raw DDFMs right along with Dan the Fireman. Like up a mountain, down a mountain, on the interstate, in town. There's no rain right now, but monsoon season is coming up, so I might be able to get that going. You're going to see how terrible it is. Let me know what you guys want to see, because I want to be able to share what it is I'm thinking out loud while I'm riding as a motorcycle coach, as a motorcycle mentor, as just Uncle Dan. You know what I mean? So anyways, grab yourself some food, join the best damn online motorcycle community in the world. Well, because it's online. Anyways, click that link in the description, in the chat, or that join button. Let's go ahead and get class started once we have 100 people. So during this time, let everybody know, let everyone know that when they're not members, that they can go ahead and start asking questions, because I'm going to do some Q&A before we get 100 people in here signed up. Okay, guys? Let's go ahead and get back to class and let everybody know what's going on. Today, are you kidding me, Matt? Come on. Hook up the mic. Anyways, I get it. I get it. You made barbecue for everybody. You didn't hook up the mic. Okay, thank you. Whew. Anyways, we got some barbecue here for everybody in the class. Matt, well, great guy, not very good technical with computers and stuff. But anyways, he is very good on his Traeger grill, having a good time. Made some barbecue for everybody. We're going to be going over some of these crashes and stuff from actual drivers. I'm going to go ahead and let it play in the background. But I would love to, yeah, I know there's no audio. Now there is. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over some motorcycle crashes, some car crashes. We're going to go figure out some of the situational awareness, some of the things that we should be utilizing. The white, yellow, orange, red, and brown stage maneuvers and type things that we're going to be utilizing. So during the training video that I had going earlier, you saw a lot of the yellow, the orange stuff around the screen, and that right there is what I utilize in my training. So you notice during the whole time I wasn't white, red, or brown stage, so I never had to utilize those color code charts or any of the emergency maneuvers, because I was able to see things ahead of time, prepare for things ahead of time, and that's kind of what I want you guys to do. So let me know if you guys, I already talked to the crew in the lounge. We got some barbecue back there too. A little bit of a few drinks. So if you are gonna be drinking, hang out, take a nap in the bunk rooms, and have a good time. So I'm going to answer some questions here. We got 80 people signed in. So remember, guys, sign in to get credit for today's class. But I am going to be answering some questions. I do see one from Carter here. It says, hey, Dan, new fan. Hey, welcome here, man. It's awesome. Love the content. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have a question. I have been riding for quite some time, and now my brother wants to ride, but I'm having trouble talking him out of large CC sport bike. How do you, and I'm assuming you're going to keep, respectfully, I've had him watch a lot of your vids, but he thinks he can handle a 750 or larger. So there always is a reason why somebody chooses some of these things. Okay. So like, I'm assuming your friend is choosing it because this is what he thinks he knows. That is the only way of doing things. And that's what I'm trying to change here on this channel, is that you don't have to get a 750. I want you, but here's the thing, you don't have to, but if it all depends on what you're going to use the bike for. And that's what I want this type of conversation to go towards, is instead of saying, hey, you don't need to do that, do this, it should be more like, hey, so what are you going to be riding? Like, how are you going to be riding? Are you going to be going a lot out of town? Well, then maybe a 750 would actually work pretty well, because, interstate riding, you don't want to be getting the rev limit, going in the red zone all the time for long periods of distance. So maybe a 750 works, but he's like, no, I'm just going to ride around in town. I'm just going to ride to work and back. And then that's when you can explain to him that, the lower CC bikes are not only going to be better for you in town, you're going to get better gas mileage, you're going to utilize all the ranges of gears so that it's pretty much suited for what you want to do there. And then maybe he's like, no, I want to go stunting. It's like, well, you definitely get a smaller CC bike. You can actually do quite a bit. It's a lot cheaper. Insurance is cheaper. Since it's such lower CC, a lot of beginners ride these bikes, so there's gonna be a lot of protections for these bikes. So go ahead and get one of those and see what type of aftermarket parts are for it. Okay, so then there's that. And then maybe he's like, well, I want a 750 or higher because I do want to commute, but I'm going to carry a lot of gear, and I'm also heavy set or whatever it is. It's like, okay, well, if you're worried about power to weight ratio, then okay, I can see where you want to get that, but just realize even at a 400cc, 500cc, these bikes are extremely powerful. And you also might want to look into, and it also is not just 750cc, and I'll get back into that, is that they're still very powerful, so they can handle the weight. But if you want to have a lot of gear and stuff, and you want to have saddlebags, you want to have passengers, so yeah, I can see why you want to get that. But maybe think about, instead of going towards the sport bike, super bikes type stuff, maybe lean more into a cruiser or a touring, a sport touring or adventure touring or whatever type touring bike, because they're detuned in a certain way, or they're tuned in a certain way, so there's a lot more higher range power. And I'm trying to make it relatable. Higher range power versus, all right in the first, 10% of the throttle. So that's going to help him out. So there's always a bunch of reasons to get a 750 or higher and then get something lower. And it really all depends on what it is that you want to do. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the chat. MT-07s are like, seriously, MT-07s are like the bread and butter, like go to mid-range to still having and enjoying it for a long time type bikes. You're going to realize you're going to find some things. So if he's brand new to riding, start small, start cheap, because I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably going to want to get another bike after that. If you start small, start cheap, you don't have to get rid of that bike. You can get another bike on top of that. So now you have two bikes for different purposes. Usually a lot of people, what they do is they get really big bikes. Remember, guys, once we hit 100 likes, we're going to get started. Once somebody starts off with a big bike, they typically want to get a small bike for the fun of the small bike, and then they realize, man, small bikes are a lot of fun, and that's what happened to me. So I hope I answered your question, man. I hope you answered your question. It's not a definitive, hey, don't do it. It's more like, what are you going to use the bike for? I'm just curious. Like, what are you going to use the bike for? Okay, well, there's specific bikes tailored for what it is you want to do. So that's when you start going into those conversations. It's never like, don't do this, do this. I think that really makes people not listen, to be quite honest. So everyone's different. Everyone has their own reasons. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a motorcycle for each and every one of those. 98 likes. Guys, we already started. We pretty much already started. This is awesome. I don't think we saw this one. Maybe some of the ones that... I don't remember this one at all. All right, so we're going to get onto this. Maybe you've been watching it, know what I'm saying? So, guys, once again, if you would like to become a DDFM crew, look at that. Boom, boom. Smart rider, be part of the crew. Click that join button. I'm going to have a new goal today. Let's see if we can hit 20 new members today. I can't wait to see how many we can do. We raised quite a bit of money yesterday during the charity. I believe it was over $850 for charity. I'm really excited and happy that we did something like that. Let's see what it is. $863 for charity yesterday, and I'm getting ready to pick out next week's charity. So, guys, let's get this going. Evelyn, good morning. Love your... Hey, good morning to you, Evelyn Lambert. Good morning to you. Let's go ahead and get going. Remember, guys, we also do this right here. So we're doing car stuff right now to start. But don't worry, if you want to skip a little bit ahead, we have, angry man hit kid, extremely crazy angry drivers, extremely close calls for motorcycling. So we have all that. I think Yami Noob just came out of the video. Ooh, Dr. Disrespect also did. Nice. I follow a lot of people. I follow some good people. So right here, we're going to go over some car stuff. So if you have friends that don't even ride yet, so just like your friend that wants to start getting into motorcycles, he can at least practice his situational awareness on or in a car. I'm actually thinking about going to Walmart, buying the cheapest mountain bike or whatever bike I can find, and then doing parking lot exercises and filming them in the parking lot on a bicycle to show you guys that you can actually do a lot of the stuff on a bicycle. And here's the thing, I want you to be able to do that and then maybe teach your kids or teach your nephews and nieces, hey, you can actually get really good on a bicycle. Here's how. And then if you ever want to get into motorcycling like me, your dad or your uncle or your whatever, your tío, all those things, and you'd be like, hey, you could start now, and then when you get to motorcycling, you'll be ahead of the game. And that's kind of where I want to get it at, is that I want people to start as soon as they possibly can, to be as safe as they possibly can. And I think kids are really the future. And then obviously car drivers are going to help out quite a bit. But then right now, what can we do right now? And that's for you guys, motorcycle riders. Christopher, hey, how you doing, man? Thanks. Hey. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the crew. Nice little rookie mustache. But we're going to get started. Thank you so much. That's the first one to join today. Remember, we are giving away a motorcycle, so check that out. It is on my website, link in the chat. Dan, your vid saved my life. New rider, 2,000 mile, a car blew, a four-way stop on, and sorry, man. Looking left and right, whole time, saw it coming, thanks. That is absolutely amazing. New quote of the day. I'm just so glad I'm able to give you the knowledge to save your own life. That's really what it was. Oh, you messed up my cup. You guys are messing up my cup over here. That's awesome, and thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. Evelyn, welcome to the crew, baby. Woo! Welcome. Let's get this going. Let's go ahead and put this volume on. Oh, left turner. White Camry ran a red light, almost T-boning the Fusion. All right, so let's watch that again. So remember, guys, it's not just motorcycle riders not being seen. Car drivers, there's just too much stuff going in. And if those of you that are nerds and everything that understand routers and modems and all that stuff, and a bunch of kids on your internet, it's all about bandwidth, guys. Our brain can only take so much in. We need to upgrade our modem, upgrade our router up here in the brain, take in more bandwidth and able to process it. So maybe even a processor or a CPU on your computer. So basically what's happening here is that there's so much stuff going on out on the road is that we can only take in so much ourselves. So let's say there's 10 things going on in the road and we can only take in and process 8. With training, we could process all 10. With even more advanced training, we could process 12 to 15 things, even though there's only 10 things going on. And then from there, if something does come out of the ordinary, like, you know, rain, snow, a bunch of oils, a meteor, a kid running out in the street, and you add those extra things, with training, we're able to process it and handle it well. So we need to have good training. So right here, Daniel right here just joined the crew. Welcome, baby. These car drivers, they aren't as trained as, you know, motorcycle riders when we go through class and what we're doing here. So if there's 10 things happening and they're only able to process 8 things, there's 2 things they're going to miss. And I'm going to tell you right now, this person probably missed that the light was going because they were too concerned with all the other things. So if you think like that, you understand quite a bit. So that white vehicle right here was not paying attention, assumed that it was still green. But if you notice, you look at the lights for us, it's red, it's red, it's red, it's red, and then green for us with an arrow. So that means it's red for them. So that right there, this guy is just trying to get out of the intersection, which is a typical thing that happens. The white vehicle is in white stage or just wasn't paying attention, maybe on the phone. Remember, that's an added factor. So if we can only pay attention to 10 things or only 8 things, and there's 10 things going on, and the phone is one of those 8 things we're paying attention to, if we just put that away, we're able to handle more and more and more. So remove as many factors as possible as a car driver, but also assume that people are doing these things, and that's why we need to be better. So that right there is what I'm trying to get at, everybody. So right here, when the car driver or this white car went through, that's because they weren't able to handle as much information. That just means that we need to get more and more training to handle more and more information. And that goes for motorcycle riding, car driving, walking on the street. You know, being situationally aware is the biggest thing. Orient yourself. And then having good observations, deciding and acting. And that's not what happened here. These drivers are just, you know, either white stage, not paying attention. And I don't want you guys to have to do that and make these mistakes just to learn this stuff. I want you guys to watch this video and watch any of these videos to learn this without doing that. So we see this all the time. So maybe we did see this one. Whoever said that, maybe we did see this one because I remember this one. But we're going to go over it again. So right here, why do you think this truck driver did not see the vehicle coming up ahead? Is because these vehicles blocked his line of sight and maybe assumed that vehicle was going to get in this lane or whatever it was. But this person could not pay attention, was not paying attention, was looking probably at this vehicle, trying its best to look at this vehicle. But then we got cross traffic with these guys wanting to turn left. There's just so much going on. And New York's Finest became a veteran crew member, and Stacks just became a crew member. You guys are absolutely insane. We got a brand new veteran crew member. Thank you so much, New York's Finest. Woo! But that right there, applying the brakes, saw it at a split second, fundamental skill of application of brakes, still searching while doing his thing. So this guy wanted to turn left to go with the direction that we were going, so he had multiple lanes of traffic and maybe did not see that car coming this way because he's paying attention to this car, this lane, trying to do this, trying to do that. There's way too much going on. So always assume that if you are this car driver coming up, let's say we're a motorcycle rider or a car driver, always assume when you see stacked vehicle, and then the side of the vehicle that this guy might come out. So you need to be very careful, very slow in your procession into this dangerous spot. So you should be in orange stage in this area coming up to this. That's very important. So we're going to move on to that. Stacks, that's awesome, Dan. Or man, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being so amazing. All right, so another intersection. So this is orange stage, even if you're staying still. So here's the thing. Just let's take one thing from each video. Let's not go over every one of them like in full depth. Let's take one thing. Okay, that's a typical situation. But you see that car when it got hit and it keeps going? Let's say you're this car or even this car, and you're a motorcycle rider, right? You did everything completely correct. You did everything right. You're in the best lane position. You're in first gear, neutral, whatever it is, but you're doing 360-degree situational awareness. And that car that just got hit rams right into you because there's no control whatsoever. Those are the things you have zero control over. But what's the one thing that could really help you out in that situation, even though it's a crappy situation? Wearing full gear. Okay, if that car hits you and you weren't wearing full gear, but you're the best rider in the world, there's a good chance you're going to have a pretty bad injury. If you have gear on, hopefully it mitigates so much of it that you can, you know, maybe walk away from like the thing with a sprain, or there's no real soft tissue damage, no broken bone because the impact was absorbed by the armor. Maybe you dropped the bike, but you had protection on it, but it's still considered totaled, so you have insurance that'll take care of it. So always think of the things that don't necessarily happen in your control. This right here has zero control over this car accident, and we're just sitting there doing the best thing we possibly can. We're situation aware, but boom, we can't do nothing. You guys seen the shade tree surgeon video? Same thing. You know, they were just sitting there, and the vehicle just went crazy. Nothing you can do but wear full gear just in case you did get hit. Moving on. That's a good example of why you should wear gear even if you're the good rider. I'm serious, guys. Gear saved your life in your accident. Steven, what kind of accident did you have, man? Oh, was able to walk away with a back injury that was far from fully healed. Oh, okay. All right, what's going to happen here? Uh-oh. Debris. Once again, you never know. Thankfully, that was a soft stuff. Bag of insulation. That could have been something really bad. You know, and here's the thing, even as a motorcyclist, soft stuff, if it hits your head, that's going to put massive bad inputs into your motorcycle, and then you could easily dump the bike. So that's why having full gear and then knowing when to swerve, or seeing anything out of the ordinary. When you saw this stuff starting to fall apart right here, when you start to see it fall apart, just get really cautious and get ready to swerve if you have to, like that guy did. But the thing is, sometimes you can't avoid it. It hit the car, it might hit you. Have full gear, highway speeds, not a good idea, not a good anything. All right, so in this one, intersections, once again, how come we're seeing intersections, guys? We're always seeing intersections. Intersections are extremely deadly for motorcyclists, and they're just really heavy impact zones for cars, but they're just car impact zones. You know, they're just accidents for cars. For motorcyclists, it can be fatal or life-altering. So this is why we need to be very careful when it comes to this. Just became an RG member. Yeah, boy. Road Guardians? Hey, George McKenna, welcome to the veteran crew status, baby. Oh, you guys are amazing. You guys really are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lawn clippings. Brandon, I hope he's going to do well. I hope he's going to do well.
And everything looks great. We're still just awaiting.
Pedestrian got hit.
We can roll out intestinal parasites. Other than that, everything looks amazing.
Yeah, everybody's just riding. Everyone's just driving by.
713-304.
That guy naked? Whoa. Never mind. It wasn't a pedestrian. Look right next to my head.
Normal limits, the blood work.
What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? That is insane. What is going on there?
Thyroid, the heartworm test was negative.
Oh, he is naked. You can see his butt crack. So you guys make fun of me when I say watch out for naked ladies on the road, right? My last video, or in a few of my videos this week, I mentioned watch out for naked ladies. Thanks. Benny Blanco, welcome to the crew, baby. You gotta watch out. I wasn't joking. I wasn't joking. All right? There's naked people that do some crazy things.
And everything looks great.
Cocaine's hell of a drug, baby. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's what it is, but still. Jen just entered the motorcycle giveaway.
If you have any questions, the number here is 713-304.
You get my ebook for free. Let's see what this is. You get my ebook for free if you join the motorcycle giveaway, and we're going to work harder and harder to get more free stuff for you guys. So, pantless man clings onto the side of the Lexus SUV before flying off in the middle of the intersection. Woman driving the Lexus did not know the man. Man blocked the intersection for a few minutes before taking off his shirt and running naked around the Trader Joe's parking lot. Police and EMS are called. Not sure what happened after that. Drugs are hell of a drugs. Drugs are hell of drugs. Meth and stuff like that. I've seen that. I've had to restrain naked men, naked women before. So everyone gives cops a bad bad rap, especially now, and I understand it. I really do. Yesterday's charity was for policing equity, so it's more research and everything for cops, and I hope there's a charity for like that for firefighters too, because I think research and everything's gonna help out. But man, in the times that I had to deal with this, the cops were absolutely instrumental in freaking keeping me safe, because those guys, like especially when they're high, they like to take their clothes off. They get very violent, and I've been spit on in the face. I've been punched. I've been grabbed and pulled, like violently, and very painfully. And those cops really saved my life. I think at least 2 times that I can actually believe it. Like 2 times. There's been multiple times where they've saved me from bodily harm, but man, they have a tough job. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you right now, that's a tough job.
You need to call 911.
All right. Here we go. Oh, a little bit. Oh. This lady decided to turn left without even caring where the car was coming. Huh. Left turners, guys. Hey, there's a Prius. All right, merging. Okay, in their lane. Good. Oh, there it is. Veered off the road and struck a telephone pole. Ay. All right, so another accident here. Exactly, Dave. Tough job, man. All right, an accident. So here, like, whenever I see something like this, let's take the one thing that I want when it comes to being a smart rider. I have that right there on the back of the shirt. DDFMcrew.com. Just kidding, it's not there. It's on Amazon and Teespring. But smart rider, part of it is the R portion of rescuing other riders. Now, that's when we're riding. You know, we want to rescue other riders because it's our community that we want to take care of. But also, if you're driving, why don't we rescue others? Like ones that, like, because EMS might not be on scene, or they might be 5 to 10 minutes out and they're not breathing. How do you handle that? If they're bleeding out, how do you handle that? Be a good citizen, be a good community member, not just in the motorcycle community, but be a good community member in your local community. Start small, start with your family, be good to your family, move on to your neighborhood, move on to your local area of the city, and then if you have to, move on to the full city or just anywhere you go. Okay, guys, be good community members. And Clement, thank you for all you're doing for the crew and others all around the world, Uncle Dan. You know, this channel might just turn into Uncle Dan. I don't know. I absolutely love it. I had some great ideas, or not great ideas. I had some ideas earlier today. I want to create like a gaming tournament just for my kids. You know what I mean? Like I want to do like an old school LAN party for my kids, but it's a tournament style. Anyways, bringing kids together, bringing males together, bringing humans together, being good. All right, so watch out, rain. Oh. That's exactly why you see the arrows. That's why they have those things. They want people to see it, obviously, but they also want them to hit that instead of hit the actual vehicle. So that's a power supply company. You see the guy in the box, the arm, he's up there doing his work. If they hit that, because it's got outriggers and everything, if they hit that, they can cause him to fall off and get hurt and damaged and hurt. Damaged and hurt. And injured, that's what I meant. So they actually want you to hit that instead of the vehicle he's working with, because then, yeah, like I said, he can get hurt. So always be aware of that. Always be aware of that. You know, if you this is actually exactly how it was supposed to work right here, but that driver was not paying attention. Could have been rain, could have been everything. All right, nighttime. So we have, side of the vehicle. No. Oh, we got some lights. Are they in our area? In our lane? I don't know. Oh, coyotes. Good job. Are those coyotes or dogs? Oh, dogs. I'm used to coyotes out here. Who here has to deal with coyotes running across the road? I have javelina and coyotes where I'm at. Those that's why I'm saying those look like coyotes to me. That's tough. I see a lot of mustaches and beards in the chat. Absolutely love it, guys. If you'd like to become a member today, click that join button or link in the chat. All right, this is from a Doorbell. Uh-oh. Are you going to back up? Where are you backing up to? Oh, hit the mailbox. Hit the mailbox or something. Oh, is he going to do the right thing? Is he going to do the right thing? And leave a note? Oh. My uncle hit my mailbox. It wasn't me. My uncle hit my mailbox. Just do the right thing, you know. If you do that, you know, leave a note. Elk is a huge one. That one is scary. That one will just demolish a semi. An elk? Oh my gosh. Yeah, watch out for these people. Put it in reverse. So that one right there, this is why I don't like to get right behind vehicles, is because on a motorcycle, we don't have reverse unless you're on a three-wheeler or even a four-wheeler, but then that's not really considered a motorcycle. The four-wheeler isn't. Three-wheelers, I still consider motorcycles. I still do. Anything under 4 wheels, I consider a motorcycle. Right here, you got the reverse lights going on. So this is why I never get close. I never get close. You never know what they're going to do, especially when there's like multiple decisions they have to do. So they're going to hit the brakes, hit reverse, go left or right, whatever it is. I don't like that. So I don't get this close. Especially, look at, there's nobody on the road, so I could wait, you know, or I can position myself a little bit better. Coyote gotcha. Ooh-wee. Look at the beards. Rach M. Clement with the power beard. Ooh, yeah. Green light. Okay. Somebody behind us not paying attention. Gonna haul ass through here. There it is. That was a dumb move, truck. That was a dumb move. See, most humans are terrible at driving, guys. Most humans are terrible at driving. Bring your friends in, guys. Bring your friends in. We're going to be working pretty hard on situation awareness and getting some good information from these after action reviews. So somebody did not make their off ramp. So at this point, let them in. So I want to take this right here as an opportunity to be a courteous driver. So you see this, okay? So now he's immediately dangerous to everybody. This was an absolute... What's up, Justin Pappin? How you doing? This is an absolute stupid maneuver on the car driver up ahead. It's absolutely stupid, but I don't care. I really don't care. At the end of the day, I want him to be safe, and I don't want anybody hitting him. I don't want anybody doing anything wrong and then getting hurt, okay? So I can't change what happened, but I can hopefully change people getting hurt. So I'm actually going to let him in. I'm going to slow down if it's safe to do so behind me, because I don't know if there's somebody behind me hauling ass. If there's nobody behind me, I'm going to slow down and be his guard to let him in safely. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I want him to get into the lane. I mean, he's got a powerful enough vehicle. Go ahead and get in. I'm going to wave him in. Get in, get in, get in, get on, get on, get on. Because I don't want him to get hit at all. So that's where I'm going to come from on this one. You're still working on it, Ken? Good. So am I. All right. Same thing there. Same thing there. I would let him in. Because right there, I don't want him hitting the curb. I get it. I get the whole license plate thing. I really do. But when I see something like this, I want him to get in. So right now, this could be a path of travel violation because I still see the side of the vehicle. Okay, I still see the side of the vehicle. Okay, now it looks like he made a choice to get in his lane. So now I'm still going to be kind of concerned because a lot of people at this point, they get in their lane fully and then they just go for it like this guy just did. So what I'm going to do, especially if there's nobody behind me and I know that there's a lot of people up front, I'm going to have to slow down anyways, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to slow down even more now so I can maintain my space cushion like I have with that white truck. But I want to now let him in and maintain my space cushion to this guy. This way, this guy gets in safely and I'm safe. And all I have to do is roll up the throttle or apply a little bit more brake pressure with my right foot to just, 5 miles an hour less just to let him in. So be a courteous driver, be a courteous rider. This way, this guy can get in safely. I think we've all been there where we are doing something like this where we have this small shot to make and it's like we've been sitting there for a song's worth of time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and we're just getting sick and tired of it, and we just shoot a gap that we know that if we have to use some power of the vehicle to get into it. So I know that, I feel that, so be empathetic, be a courteous driver, let this person in. That's just me, guys. That's just me. okay? And I hope others out there will do that. And if you are one that does do stuff like that, become a crew member today. I need more of you guys be crew members, because I want people that do show up to this class to see all the beards, all the mustaches, all the green names, all those things, and then say, you know what, I want to be a part of this. And then if you can't be a member, still be a part of this by subscribing. That's the free way of doing it. Lane merging.
Whoa!
See that right there? Like this driver, if it was safe to do so, I'd move over one lane. If it was safe to do so, I'd speed up. If it was safe to do so, I would slow down. Either way, I know this guy is going to have to get it, or he wants to get in, and he's either going to have to slam the brakes, speed up, and do some very erratic maneuvers, because his lane is actually disappearing. My lane is not disappearing, so I have every use of my lane and the lane next to me. This guy has no escape other than getting in. Mark Belgian, welcome to the motorcycle giveaway, baby. Ooh! I want this guy to have more options. I have all the options in the world as this car driver. I have all the options. Why don't I use some? Give this guy some. If I move over one lane, now he has an option of getting in the lane safely. That's what I would have done. And I do that every single time. I find protecting your lane is caveman thinking. That's just me. That's just me, though. There's a time and place for it, but it's very rare. It's a lot like rev bombing and using your horn, to me. It's wasted. It's a wasted movement. Andrew, exactly. Zipper method. Guys, you need to understand zipper method. Zipper method is the way of doing things. Every other country in the world does it. We don't. Construction lane shift. Yeah, so same thing, you know. It's even harder to anticipate this because it's construction lane shift. But same thing, you know, any interstate where you have to merge from an on-ramp or not, same concept. Still let them in. Still let them in, especially construction.
Whoa!
Samantha, thank you so much. Yeah, it's I saw the email. It's been sorry to hear. All right, rain. So we have loss of traction issues possibly. Okay, and we're in a curve on concrete, on a concrete bridge, so definite. You want to slow it down a little bit, and it looks like somebody spun out. So loss of traction, maybe tires were bald, maybe tires were not properly inflated, maybe it wasn't the right tires, maybe it was too fast, all these different things. Okay, so look at this. Previously, he was racing to cut me off for the exit, almost hitting me, but stepped on the gas to cut off the car in front. Karma in order. Okay, well, if you want to believe that, that's fine. But why did that happen as a car driver? Okay, so ego maybe. So if we just take away the whole part of racing to cut me off, and we just remove all of that, right here it says almost hitting me, but stepped on the gas, caught off the driver in front. So why did he spin out? Too much speed. So we talk about traction and cornering, why we low side, why we high side, all these different things. We have traction loss. Okay, so three things for traction. We have acceleration, deceleration, and then turning. So right here we have him accelerating during a turn, and I understand he has 4 tires and everything. So like, once again, let's say he typically has 100% traction and utilized 80% of his traction with his turning and acceleration to get around these vehicles. But what is the one factor here in this area that would reduce even more of his traction? So now he doesn't have 100% traction. Let's say he has 70% total traction, but he still uses 80%. That's the rain. Guys, you have to ride within the conditions, drive within the conditions. And then also concrete doesn't have the same aggregate, same type of traction as asphalt, so it's a little bit more slippery. So this right here is something that we need to be very careful about. So we could typically do what he did in the van if there was no rain, right? And I'm not saying you should do it. Don't cut people off. Don't race to get in positions. That's also protecting your lane. What I'm saying is that Don't get complacent with your skills. Don't get complacent with your tires. Don't get complacent with your vehicle. And then all of a sudden you got that one major factor that changes things, which is rain, which also produces traction loss, vision loss, and it's nighttime also. So maybe there was oil in the road. Who knows? You have all these different factors, and all you did was did the same thing you would do the day before when there was no rain and it was during the day. You see what I mean? You have to regulate your own driving, your own riding to the conditions involved. And this right here is a good indicator that it happens to car drivers just like it does to motorcycle riders. We're going to get into motorcycle crashes soon, but there's a lot of good information we can take from car drivers, guys. We really can. I want you guys to think about that. And I know a lot of you guys are car drivers too. And if you have, so you got to watch out. You got to pay attention. This car was not paying attention. The car was not looking back, not using the mirrors, maybe only using the right mirror because they were assuming they were looking at us in the car, this white car. They're like, I'll just look at them. Didn't even look at the car that was already backed out. Watch out, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle, side of the vehicle.
What are you doing?
So there is not much for this car to do outside of just accelerate. So let's take a look at that. This is a good one, guys. Lion, no problem, man. So we see that car coming out. We are in the back, though. Okay, we see that car coming out, right? So let's say the car in front of us is our buddy riding, and we're riding in the back. Daniel, with a $5 donation. Woo, baby. Thank you so much. I think that drivers of any category should learn how other category vehicles work. It would be so much safer on the road. Yes, I did read a study, and I know I'm getting distracted, but I did read a study, and I did share it, and I talked about why car drivers don't see us. And there's this big thing about dual drivers, motorcycle riders and car drivers having way above and beyond the visual. Hey, bought a t-shirt. That's something new. I put that up there. So if you buy something on Teespring, that pops up. I need to kind of fix how it works. Anyways, distraction again, squirrel. I did do the study, and new drivers scan a lot, but they don't know what to look for. Experienced drivers don't scan a lot because they feel like they know what to look for. Dual drivers, which is motorcycle riders and experienced drivers, okay, know what to look for and scan a lot. So if you actually get dual trained as a motorcycle rider and as a car driver, you're going to be safer in all aspects. So if you do have a car driving friend and you're able to do a motorcycle class with them, or that you can convince them to do a motorcycle class, they're going to be better drivers for taking the motorcycle class. So anyway, so let's go back to this. And right here, let's pretend that this car driver in front is our friend, and we're in the back. We're doing just a two-person ride. We're having a good time. Just got off, of work, and now we're gonna go up I don't know, whatever the situation is. Right here, though, this guy couldn't do much. So if he's seeing it in his peripheral, this other car coming, and he does this real quick, oh crap, this guy's coming. The escape path for this car driver, or your friend, right, is to accelerate to get out of the path because it's coming in way too quick, or swerve to the left. So that's exactly what he does here. He probably accelerated and then swerved. So he accelerated and swerved. So he dodged it. Now, if we go back right here and we are in the back and we see this vehicle, right? We see this vehicle. We can apply the brakes and just slow down a little bit. So two different positions. The car in front and us has two different escape paths, two different red maneuvers. So remember that. It's always evolving. It's always changing depending on where you're at. So if you sit back, okay, right? If you sit back and you see it ahead of time, all you have to do is roll up the throttle or apply some brake pressure, right? If you're in it, if you put yourself in the situation, you're like really close to it, you have to do crazy red stage maneuvers. Now, this person was put in that position by the conditions. Okay, so they didn't mean to get in that position. This car in front of us, your buddy in front of us, did not get in that position because they wanted to. But where ego kicks in, right? Where ego kicks in, we see something happening up front. We're like, oh, well, hell no. We get up close, we rev bomb, hit mirrors and stuff. We put ourselves in that situation now. That's where it gets bad. So that's why I say don't put yourself in this guy's position as a choice. If it happens to you, it happens to you. Do some red stage maneuvers. Get yourself out of there. Do a swerve, accelerate, find an escape path, decelerate, whatever it is you have to do. And the only way you're going to figure that out is with training. Okay, that's a fundamental skill you need. Your situational awareness did not fail you. Something just came at you. Unexpected. But if we're back here and we witness it, don't put yourself there. And that's what I see a lot in this motorcycle community. That's what I see a lot with road rage. So if you can actually reduce your ego, reduce your pride, and reduce the I need to protect my lane, reduce the you should have done this and not done that, and now I'm going to educate you. If you can reduce that and you just witness this, apply some brake pressure. That's it. Mark Belgian just joined Patreon. Oh, you just joined the giveaway. I'm in an MC and I'm working on getting all our patches ASM trained. Too bad we can't get certified because there's no classes around the DC Baltimore area. Dude, you're gonna save some lives. I'm serious. That's good, man. That's good. That's a great goal. It's a great goal. I can't imagine that's one of my goals, man. Is that all the crew gets certified or at least gets medical training, because I'm gonna tell you what right now, all your guys in your patches, I want everybody to give Mark a freaking thumbs up in a biker wave. It's the new quote of the day right there. If you have like this huge club or huge crew of just medically trained people, bystander assistants, and you roll up on a car that got in an accident, and all of you big burly dude, I don't know what you look like or what your club looks like, but if a bunch of motorcycle riders pulls up and helps out that car driver, that's amazing public image for motorcycling. You're providing a positive for the motorcycle community by just doing that. Love it, dude. Love it. Absolutely love it. I got chills, dude. Love it. Love it. Love it. Whew. I gotta calm down now. You guys are making my day. Oh, this guy looks drunk. Watch out, you're gonna hit. So we'll just sit back and watch. Just watch the tomfoolery, you know? Just kind of watch. Don't get close. This guy's banging around. Maybe call the cops, because it could be a drunk driver or it could be a medical emergency. I would call. Okay, so right here, I'd watch out for being backed up into. Okay, very good. So keep your distance. I would call 911 in this situation. It says November 15th, 2019 at 23:22. So 11 p.m. Almost 11:30 p.m. Let's see, 11:15. So 11/15, 2019. Is it a Saturday? Is it a Saturday? Day of the week. What is it? Is it a Saturday, Friday? I'm guessing it's a Friday or Saturday. It is a Friday night. So orient yourself to the area, to the date and time, to everything, to the situation. So Friday night, 11:15. I'm sorry, Friday night at 11:22 p.m. right here. What is your biggest assumption right here? Drunk driver. Call 911. Maybe follow, but keep a good distance. So no audio on this one. Oh, lane merge. Good braking. Got back in his lane. Maybe there was honking of a horn. Oh, it's the same person. Oh, this is 3 minutes later. Yep, drunk driver. That's got to be a drunk driver. And more than likely, this guy is following to capture this footage and to possibly talk on the phone with the cops to give more updated information. Yeah, there's no reason to follow this many people or follow this guy outside of doing that. And honestly, I would. You know, if I wasn't drinking, obviously I wouldn't be driving. So yeah. So look. I was on the phone with police using cars Bluetooth the entire time, updating them on the location. After a while, he pulls in a parking lot, and I follow him, giving the police our updated coordinates. He eventually comes to a stop sign in front of the pizza and sits there for like 3-4 minutes. That guy's drunk. That guy is drunk. Keith, that's awesome, man. Just grab the information. Hey, there's a cop right there, backing up now. There you go. Thanks for grabbing the information. Share this information with your friends, guys. Share this information. Bring them to the stream. We're going to be going for another hour. Eventually, police arrive, and apparently he fell asleep at the stop sign. I've seen that.
Luckily, he managed to keep his foot on the brake. When the police backup arrived, I explained them everything that happened and even showed them the video from the dash cam. They took down my info and actually called me the next day to request the copy of the footage. Yeah, because you got some amazing footage, man. You got some amazing footage. So one of the big problems with this one, I'm just going to go ahead and share a little story. This happens a lot, and sadly, it does happen to quite a few Marines in Yuma, MCAS Yuma, Marine Corps Air Station Yuma. I've actually been on a few calls for them coming home from the bars and then stopping before the gate, falling asleep, peeing themselves, peeing on the ground, throwing up, and we'd get called there, and then their commanding officers had to show up on scene, and I'm pretty sure that was a bad day for that guy. But anyways, there was another one where it was in a neighborhood. So it was in a neighborhood right in the middle of a four-way stop in the neighborhood. Two people completely passed out asleep. And before we even get to like knock on the door, we got there first because right next to the station. Before we even knocked on the door, we grabbed the wheel chocks from the fire truck, which is basically, you know, you guys know what wheel chocks are. They basically prevent the vehicles from moving. You put it next to the tire. So for those of you that do that in your driveway with a piece of wood or rock, that's a wheel chock. Anyways, we'd put the wheel chocks on the vehicle on both sides so they can't reverse or gun it. And this really, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when we knocked on the door, we knew that something was going to happen. When we did that, the dude panicked and accelerated because the car was still on, accelerated but couldn't go anywhere. Almost hit my captain. Almost hit my captain. My captain was behind, kind of walking up, and the dude accelerated in reverse. And if we didn't put those wheel chocks, my engineer put the wheel chocks down and possibly saved his life or saved his limbs. So that's the type of stuff, you guys, you got to watch out for, and cops have to deal with it all the time. Drunk drivers, be very careful. So that's why, and I bring that up for you, so how can you be relatable for you, is that if you see something like this, don't get right behind them. Don't get in front of them, or don't get behind them on your motorcycle, in your car, or whatever, because once they wake up, they're going to panic, and they're going to accelerate, because they're going to try to get out of there, and if they're in reverse, they're going to hit you. So be very, very, very careful. Hola, how you doing, Sergey? How you doing? If you like what we do here, share this with your friends. We're getting some good education out of this, especially for car driving right now. We're going to move on to motorcycle riding pretty dang soon. Become a member. Woo, yeah. See, like they're going to block it off. Become a member today by clicking that join button. All right, watch out for construction. Loss of traction on these things can be very common. Somebody hit him. Rear end. My pop-up camper became unhitched in a construction zone over a large bump. My truck receiver destroyed my battery and hit my propane tanks as the camper crashed and wedged under the truck. The tongue adjustment had slowly backed on the tongue clamp on the ball. This allowed it to pull free from the bump. Always make sure your trailer tongue is in proper adjustment, and always make sure your safety chains are properly secured. Wow. That I did not see that coming. There it is. I did not see that coming. So guys, make sure you do a T-clocks, right? It's a T-clocks. Make sure things are secured. And every so often, this is what I do when I'm out. Let's make it relatable to motorcycling. Whenever I went long distance motorcycle camping, I had a bunch of gear on my stuff. Every time I gassed up, I did a thorough walk around and I double checked all straps, everything. And when I say when I fill up, it's because I fill up every hour, roughly. Every 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm double checking. I'm also double checking while I'm riding, seeing if there's anything loose, all those things. Yeah, you got a pink beard, Garon. Got a pink beard, man. Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to motorcycle stuff. But, yeah, we've seen this video. Oh, wait, no, have you? One sec. I want to give you guys a little, I think this is actually tomorrow's. Yep, this is tomorrow's video, everybody. This is tomorrow's video. A little sneak peek. You guys ready? I'm just kidding. No, you're not. Let's go to the lounge real quick.
Crew members. Brand new to the crew. You get to hang out in the freaking crew lounge over here. Play some video games back here. 430 of you. Let's make sure we sign in, okay? So crew, let everybody in class know they need to sign in by clicking that like button. But anyways, grab yourself some ribs. Some tacos are in the fridge, from Taco Tuesday.
But go ahead and grab yourself some stuff. Go ahead and play some foosball. Go ahead and play some video games. We're going to get back into class. But here's the thing, guys. Crew members, I really want to showcase how badass of a motorcycle community we really are. We're going to jump into motorcycle crashes and close calls. There's going to be a lot of ego, a lot of pride in some of these videos, but there's also going to be a lot of mistakes. Now, remember, here on the crew, we're not trying to diminish anybody. We're not trying to make fun of mistakes, because that's what they are, mistakes. When you lose at something, it's not because you're a loser. You lost something because there was mistakes, and you could always do better, okay? If you win something, right, if you do good on something, are you considered a winner? Because if so, then if you lose something, you're considered a loser. Is that the right way we should be thinking? No, it's not the right way we should be thinking. We should be looking at losses, and we should be looking at mistakes as opportunities to learn. So I want the crew to really help regulate the chat. So I don't want to see anybody from the crew saying anything negative towards these people. That's not how we do things. We're going to learn from it. And then I want you to help me regulate the people that are in class that don't understand the principles that we work with. Okay, guys? Let's go ahead and now let's bring it up to something nice and something fun. I've been seeing a lot of people entering the motorcycle giveaway. And for those of you that don't know what that is, I want to show you what it's all about. Guys, we're going to be giving this away right here. We're giving this Honda CBR 300R with ABS to one lucky winner in October. Okay, so we have the raffle and the giveaway going on all the way up to the very end of September. We're going to announce it at the beginning of October and then give it away. We're going to ship it to you. There's rules and regulations when it comes to all that stuff, so please check it out. Link is in the chat right there. DDFMcrew.com/motorcycle giveaway. And we're going to give this thing away. And if you don't want the chance to win, that's perfectly fine. But you also want the ebook that I have. You get it if you join up anyways. Okay, guys? So if you join up over there on the website, not only are you going to get entered into this motorcycle giveaway, you're going to get my ebook for free. And we're working really hard on getting more ebooks and more things going. And if this takes off, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, if this takes off, we're going to do another one. 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 And maybe in one more. Sasa, can Europeans participate? Sorry, man. No. So, continental United States. Or actually, I don't know if it's just continental. I think we're going to do Alaska too. So, just the United States. We got all the rules, terms and conditions. Everything is on the website. Please check it out. I really wish I could do outside of that. That's why I also do the ebook on there. So if you still want to sign up, my ebook is on sale right now for $17.50. But if you sign up on Patreon for $15, you get the ebook. So you still save some money and you get the ebook, but then also have an opportunity to win the bike. And honestly, guys, if you're in the United States and you're like, I don't want to get the bike, I don't want the bike. You know, I have my own bike. Well, here's the thing. If you win it, you know, and all you did was pay $15 and you won a freaking brand new bike, go ahead and sell it. Go ahead and sell it. Or give it to your friend that might want to ride. You know what I mean? Give it to your friend. Just saying. I don't know. We're going to get into this. Go ahead and sign in, guys. Click that sign in, and we're going to get going. 6 new members today. 6 new members today. Ooh, baby. See if we can go all the way back. I think they're going to go over this one again. Rain. Whoa. Dude, I would love to do a European tour. So nighttime. A little bit of rain, a little bit of loss of traction. Easily a big problem. Make sure you wear full gear, guys. You start to see the impatience of motorcycle riders and drivers. See what I mean by putting ourselves in situations? You see what I mean by putting ourselves in situations there. Sit back. Just relax. Don't be impatient. So now this guy has his tires are fully turned. You're taking up his turning radius by parking yourself there. You see the Look at this right here. You see the mentality that a lot of motorcycle riders have. We spent a whole hour on car driving, and we recognize a lot of it is just straight up mistakes, but look at the mentality. This is what I want to change, guys. Non-issue. Side of the vehicle. Non-issue, right? All we had to do is roll the throttle a little bit. Side of the vehicle. You see what I mean? You see what I mean, guys? We put ourselves in that situation. So we're going 70. I don't know if it's miles per hour or kilometers per hour or whatever it is. We're going 70. So we're maintaining a speed. It's probably kilometers. We're maintaining our speed, right? Now we're going 31. We put ourselves in this situation. We don't want to do this. Do not do that. So what can we do instead in this situation? What can we do instead? We're slowing down. Very good. Okay, orange stage, right? We're trying to prepare and see what's going to happen. Another thing we can do, since we know that this is the only available lane this guy should be going in, and he's going a lot slower than we are, if we just maintain our speed and switch lanes, it would have been done. And that's what I want you guys to do. Be courteous. Let them in. So it all comes down from the ego being diminished and understanding where we are in life and orient ourselves in this situation. Law of gross tonnage will totally tear us up on this one. So that's what we really got to be careful about, okay? So if we're always thinking about being a courteous driver, it means we let people in. And what that means is if we let people in, that means that we're not getting near them. And if we're not getting near them, we won't have a close call. If we're not getting near them, we reduce our chances for a crash. So if we just be courteous, right? Move over and let them merge. Exactly, Dale. Don't be like this. Guys, it's unsafe. That's my biggest concern. It's car. Good. Move on. Merge. Don't protect the lane. When you see this, go ahead and roll off the throttle. Go ahead and roll off the throttle, let them in. They're going to accelerate because they're impatient already, right? They're impatient. Think about that. They're impatient because they're stuck behind a vehicle. So they're going to get in your lane and go faster when they can get up to speed because it's a car, right? Motorcycles, we can get up to speed quick. But let this person in. They're going to get up to speed and you can go on with your day. Don't put yourself in a dangerous situation. That's why I don't agree with the whole protect your lane at all costs mentality. So right here, we're protecting our lane with rev bombing, getting side by side with him, and now causing issues. He's like, I got to get into this lane, so he's going to push you out. So so he's got two options. He can get back in his lane, which he doesn't want to do, or he's going to take your lane and understand that he's a bigger vehicle than you. So law of gross tonnage. These drivers know that they can take it. They know they can. And we're over here pretending we can prevent that. We can't prevent that. We really can't. Now, the whole, I honked the horn, rev bombed, all that stuff, and he moved back into his lane. Yeah, because that guy he made an honest mistake. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of drivers out there that feel, and we've seen this on this channel, they feel that they're in the right. Not a lot of drivers, not a lot of humans are humble and believe they make a mistake and apologize for it. You've all seen that with just regular stuff, like at work, right? They won't take responsibility. Why do you think a car driver is going to take responsibility for what they did? They're not going to. So we need to take responsibility for our reaction. And my biggest thing here is I'm responsible for my safety. I'm not responsible for my lane. I'm not responsible for my motorcycle. I'm not, I mean, like in terms of this, I'm not responsible for anything. I'm responsible for my safety because I need to get home. I need to get home to my family. I need to get home and not cause a financial problem for my family. So if I just get in a crash and my bike is demolished, then I don't want to create a financial problem because that money could have been spent on a vacation for myself and my family. So how about we just relax, let this person in, roll up the throttle, and move on. That's what I want you guys to do. So not only is that going to prevent you from getting hurt, it's also going to put a good image of motorcycling in these car drivers' minds, even if they're jerks. Because this guy, if he's a jerk, maybe it's not going to change his mind. But if this was an honest mistake and we were being assholes, we just changed this person's mind about motorcycling. You never know. You never know. Merging. Non-issue once again. You see how we go, and I have a feeling that a lot of the motorcycle compilation stuff, they encourage this behavior, and that's what we're trying to change with this channel. We're trying to change. We're still trying to show what happens, but explain it with better detail, explain it with empathy, and that's what I'm trying to do here, guys. Salvatore, what's up, Dan? I'm in the process of wanted to ride. I've been researching and stuff like that, and was wondering how to get a license and stuff like that. So I don't know exactly. Oh, from Chicago. You're gonna want to. I'm gonna tell you right now to go take a class. Go take a class, man. Go take a class. If you can have if there's an MSF class or whatever type of safety class for motorcycling, go do that. You're probably gonna get your endorsement from it, but you're gonna get a lot of training from it. It's a lot cheaper than just buying a motorcycle and doing it yourself. If it's a $300 class, they provide everything. And then if you decide you don't want to do it anymore, then don't do it. But this one's a deer, so don't worry about it. But if you go out and buy like a $3,000 motorcycle and decide you don't want to do it, then you're out $3,000 versus $300. So that's what I would do. On GoPro Karen, I don't know which one that is. So this one was not that one. This one, the guy was being a jerk. So this one is a typical situation that we have. This one is a typical situation we have as motorcycle riders. There we go. I forgot to put the GoFundMe. Yeah, I did in the original video, and then it was closed off. Yeah, it was closed off. Supposedly he's riding again. Brian, woo, baby, welcome to the crew. You got a nice little mustache. Got a little extra testosterone now that you joined as a crew member. I don't know if that's what you want. Anyways, this happens a lot. You see how the vehicle's tires are over that line? This should give you pause. This should be that thing that you notice, oh crap, this is something not good. So what you're going to do is now roll off the throttle, let them in. Because you know their intention right now is to get into our lane, right? Now that we see this, if we just roll off the throttle, we should be good. Because we also want to roll off the throttle because who knows, maybe this guy's going to slam the brakes and like this turns yellow and he's like slams the brakes. We want that space cushion. We want that space cushion. So we still want to roll up the throttle. Now, is he supposed to do that? Is he supposed to go under a lane? Does it matter? To me, it doesn't matter. Did exactly what he was supposed to do. So we're in the middle, right? We're in the safest spot. So let's pick this one apart. So the reason why this motorcycle rider is in the middle, that gives him space on the left. It gives him space on the other side on his right. So if he has to do any type of escape path, if there's anything in his path to travel, well, guess what? What's in his path to travel now? It's going to be this car. So he has two options, right? Get into the right side or the left side. So you typically go where you're supposed to go. So I'm assuming he, right lane drivers in this area. He knew that this person was going to go into his lane, so before he did so, he moved over to the right. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Exactly what you're supposed to do. What we see on a lot of these drivers, a lot of these motorcycle riders, is that they'll stay in that middle lane and be like, "What's up, bro? You shouldn't have done that, bro. What are you doing?" You know, that type of stuff. Protecting your lane. How about we just move over like this guy did? Right? Right? Oh, GoPro Karen is a D-bag who is minorly inconvenienced on the road and then lets the driver know, "Bro, I got you on video." I see that all the time. Christopher, there isn't. Is there an emoji when a rider does everything right? No. What do you guys think? Write in the chat, what do you think a good emoji would be that you would respond with when a driver or rider does something right, and I'll make it happen. We actually need, let's see, how many more members do we need to make it to where we can get another emoji? Because we only get certain amount of emojis per how many members we get. Or I could just get rid of an emoji that we have. Let's see, let me double check. We got 26 emojis. We need 13 more members to add another one to get 27. So let's make it happen, guys. 13 more members to get an emoji. Another emoji. Whoa. So it's not just car drivers, right? Being jerks. Look at that. Ricardo, welcome to the giveaway. Get yourself the ebook. I see some DMs on Discord saying about the ebook that it disappeared and all that stuff. I'll get you your ebook, don't worry. But yeah, grab the ebook on Patreon or on ddfmcrew.com/motorcycle giveaway. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Oof.
Too far. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Slow.
So important to note here, I dropped the bike, my mic disconnected. One person did walk out the shop to give me a hand, but the adrenaline was still going from the race, so I just ripped the bike up with one hand. I thought that was quite impressive, but let's let the rest play out.
We're good.
Ooh. See, she's sorry. So this one's a good example. This was an honest mistake. But here's the thing. This is why a lot of motorcycle riders get really upset. Okay, honest mistakes from car drivers can kill motorcyclists. Here's the thing, guys. Honest mistakes from anything that has any type of life-altering or life-ending consequence is still a mistake. That's how I feel. It's still a mistake. I hope that person does better if they did cause that problem. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When the mistake doesn't end in that life-altering or life-ending consequence, and all it is we caught it ahead of time, that is a learning moment. Whether you decide to educate or not, it's still a learning moment. So when this, we'll see it right here. This driver just learned something. Whether you are the one teaching or not, this driver just learned something. This driver is going to remember, I almost hurt somebody. If they have a good heart, if they're empathetic, if they understand this mistake mentality and they understand, you know, I didn't mean to do it, all this other stuff, it was a mistake, right? This person's going to learn from it. This person's going to learn from it. And I understand it, Mighty O. Doesn't matter if it's a mistake. If it kills you, you're dead, mistake or not. I get that. But then think about the bigger picture here. Is that hopefully it changes something, right? Hopefully it changes something. So that's where I'm trying to get. I'm also reading the chat too. Hopefully it changes something. You know, if I die in a motorcycle accident, hopefully that changes something. But if I don't, and we have this, let's not make it a learning moment in terms of, well, now I know motorcycles are assholes. Motorcycle riders are assholes. Because if we rev bomb, hit the mirrors, start yelling at this person, is that going to be a positive experience? Is that going to be a positive experience? No. No. Maybe I'm just at the point where for 11 years in the fire service, I've seen a lot of people make mistakes and get severely injured, and I never wanted to make them feel worse. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. He's drunk. Just move on. Just move on. Welcome, baby.
Swerving all over the place.
All right, I missed that. It's like he's filming with his phone on his face. Let's see. Oh, you get. Oh. This video is gonna be on the channel next week. I already filmed it. Yeah, Scarlett, you understand, dude. They're already having the worst time of their life. Why make it worse? All right, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Oh! Okay, maybe I do care. All right, let's watch this. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's watch it. That dude went on the grass. Cops chasing him. V-Rodder, I agree. New quote of the day, baby.
Swerving all over the place.
Oh, veteran crew member Mike. Oh!
20 minutes later.
Ay. Yeah, Mike. Mike.
That guy right there.
Whoa.
That white truck.
Uh-oh. It's like now there's something going on.
Fucking dumbass.
Don't follow. Mike, that's awesome, dude. Go on with your day. Non-issue a lot of the times, right? I'm glad you're being safe, man. Get away. Dude, get away. I'm gonna tell you right now, people that do that kind of stuff are dangerous. Go. Get. That's dangerous. Yep. She's got her gun out. Or he, I don't know. The cop's got the gun out. The police officer. Get out of there, dude. Non-issue. So this right here, guys. Don't. The police officer has his gun out. Garen. Is it Garen or Garon? I see two R's, man. I gotta roll them. Gotta roll the R's. Garon. Yeah. You should not be that close. That's not your emergency. It's not your emergency anymore. Yeah. Walk away. You did your part. You're good. No right turn. Doesn't matter. They did it. That was a swerve. It was hard to see. the vehicle was about to turn left in front of him. He did a little bit of a swerve. So we got this vehicle right here. They're going to try to turn left in front of us. So this is what's really good about this one right here. I'm going to go ahead and pick it apart just a little bit. Is that he maintained his speed and swerved. That was it. When I say I'm going to pick it apart, right? Maintained speed, swerved a little bit. There was no panic braking. There was no rev bombing. There was no honking of the horn, staying in the intersection to be like, what are you doing, bro? None of that stuff. He maintained speed, swerved a little bit to the right, within the same lane, by the way. Lane position, I think he's in lane position, well, okay, so he's in lane position 2, so he swerved to lane position 3. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Also, guys, if you want to have a rock form mount, I'm gonna do an ad right now, guys. I'm gonna be honest about it. Rock form mount for your phone. I have the pop socket adapter right here. This is a magnet. This is a magnet. It sticks on here, sticks on there. Code DanDan25. I have the motorcycle mount on my motorcycle, and I love having this type of stuff, guys. So if you want to have one yourself, go ahead and go to Rockform. Use code DanDan25. That's it. Very dangerous to do it here.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, you're gonna piss people off. Oh, yeah. You're gonna piss people off. You're gonna piss people off if you do it in a neighborhood, and justifiably, that's just a consequence. Is it gonna be a consequence that's gonna harm you or do anything like that? Not really. But the problem is, are you being a courteous and safe rider? No. There's places that do that, guys. There's places to do that. So side of the vehicle, you can't see it. This is one of the biggest problems here. Is side of the vehicles of in downtown areas with buildings like that. It's typically like it's always like 90 degrees. Like soon as they get past the building, now you can barely see it, but they're already in our path of travel. That's one of the big problems that we have in town. So whenever I get up to an area where I see a gap between buildings, I'm always concerned that there could be somebody coming out. So I'm always in orange stage when I'm riding inside of town or driving inside of town. Guys, I use the color code chart while driving. Every time, 7812, exactly. At that point, didn't hit you, move over. Ooh. So my biggest concern with this one is like, okay, he did that. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll off the throttle because there's no point in protecting my lane at this point, right? What's up, crazy? I'm gonna roll off the throttle to get him in front of me. That's my concern. My concern is my safety. My concern isn't the legality of this or who's at fault. My concern is my safety. So I'm gonna roll off the throttle to let him in. So now when I see this, I have a feeling he's gonna want to get into that right lane. So thankfully I rolled up the throttle, right? I'm thinking he's gonna want to get in the right lane. You hear the engine RPMs go up as soon as he sees the brake lights? It's because it's ego. I'm going to get in front of you now, you dumb. That's what the motorcycle rider's thinking. This driver already showed us that he doesn't care. What's the pattern here, guys? What's the pattern that we see common with motorcycle accidents? One lane is going slower than the other open lane. Therefore, the car wants to get in the open lane. We're in his path. We're in his path, in his blind spot to that open lane. How did we get here? We accelerated into it. We're safe right now. Here's the pattern. Open lane, somebody in front of him going slow. We're safe right now. If we can roll up the throttle even more, apply a little bit more brake pressure, but we're not in a blind spot. We're not safe anymore because we did that now. This guy put us in an unsafe spot. We mitigated it by letting him get in front. But now we put ourselves back into an unsafe spot. Now who's responsible for that? We are. Be better than that. Green doesn't mean go.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert!
Non-issue, dude. Non-issue. Watch out for the cars, man. You're boxed in. So we understand why he did that. Look at those cars. That was his original lane. We understand why he does it after the fact. We don't understand it right now. The reason why we don't understand is because we can't see around him. Why can't we see around him? Because we are right next to him. Don't put yourself in this position. Keep a good space cushion. So I'd actually roll off the throttle just a little bit more to allow them to go a little bit forward, or I'd accelerate to get in front. Either way, I don't want to be side by side with them. If we accelerate to get in front, we could set ourselves up for a bad turn, so I wouldn't do that here. One of the safest options you could do is just roll off the throttle a little bit. Just roll off the throttle just a little bit. Let them go. Non-issue. Whoa. Don't do this. All right. It's a turn and intersection. You see a vehicle already going. Just roll off the throttle. Just roll off the throttle. It's a non-issue. I'd already be concerned about this spot because of the multiple entry points for somebody to be in a path of travel violation. And then also, you can't see around the sign. You see that red Jeep? Do you guys see the red Jeep behind the Circle K sign? It's called a, whenever in EMS and EMT, paramedic, whatever it is, if we walk up to a patient, and we see the leg is completely destroyed, like the leg is bent the wrong way or it's missing, right? We're so focused on that because that is like the out of the ordinary. It's like, whoa, that shouldn't be there. What you need to do is take a step back and think, what caused it? And could there be another injury I don't see? That is called a distracting injury, a distraction to the more severe thing that could possibly happening. A loss of a leg is still pretty severe. You know, you could bleed out pretty easy. But the thing is, you don't know if they have a punctured lung. You don't know if there's an abdominal bleed because of a puncture or whatever it is. All those different things in EMS. So when I look at this, I see that this car is that distracting injury. This car is that distracting injury. Because the thing is, this is going to be out of my path of travel if I mitigated it okay. What I don't see is that red Jeep. Because I'm distracted by this. And I'm putting myself in the shoes of the motorcycle rider. I'm distracted by this. I don't see this. It's like, look over here while I punch you with this hand. That's what that is. Separate yourself emotionally for that. There's the side of the vehicle. Now, he's not going to go probably because of this van or the truck, but still. I'm always concerned about the second or third hazard. Side of the vehicle.
Hey!
What the?
Side of the vehicle, not slowing down or stopping. I see this side of the vehicle. I'm in orange stage. I just don't know what's happening. Ellie the elephant, welcome to the crew, baby. Ooh, 10 new members today. Remember, we're trying to get a few more members so we can get a good job emoji. So if you want to know, or if you want to share that emoji with me, if you find it, please do so on the Discord. Discord is absolutely free. Sorry, crazy cousins. Discord is for the adults. We're partnered, so just hang out here. We do live streams every so often, but Discord, you're probably not gonna be able to get on.
Hey!
What the
Cell phone. Oh, pretty obvious too. She's right on my line. Let's tell her to hang it up.
I don't care about that. Don't care about that.
Two. Thank you.
Careful.
Thank you.
Okay, right here, we're gonna pass this vehicle. Okay, so maybe this vehicle is yo-yoing. The Discord doesn't cost money, but it's an adult Discord. This guy is probably yo-yoing. The vehicle in front, it's probably slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, this guy is going to try to pass. And this guy applies the brakes, but we're so concerned about this right here. Okay? So concerned about this, we're not looking at the hazard up front. But let's take a quick look at what we could do in case this happens to us by mistake. Okay, so this person slams the brakes. Slams the brakes. What do we do? What do we do? We don't have enough total stopping distance, right, guys? Not enough total stopping distance. Look what he found. He found an escape path. A lane filtering position between two vehicles. One large, one car, right? So we found an escape path. This is all you need. Don't be too concerned like, I have to stop, I have to stop, I have to stop, because sometimes you're not going to be able to stop in time. So right at the last second, you slam those brakes and dump your bike, right? Sometimes you're going to have to do this. Now, hopefully, this was by mistake and you got away with it. But if you're doing this type of stuff because you put yourself in that situation with your ego, you're going to do it again. You're going to do it again. And then maybe the third time, second time, 100th time, you're actually in a crash. So when they talk about it, if not when, or if it's not if, but when you get in a motorcycle crash, I find that a load of bullshit. I find that that's no. Because it's a lot of those times, it's not if, but when. It's because people are doing this kind of stuff. The 100th time this could happen, the second time it can happen, the first time it can happen, or you just don't put yourself in that situation and reduce as many risks as possible in a car or in a motorcycle.
A few inches later.
If not when.
En waarvoor was dat nodig? Wat? Je weet toch, dat is 2 baanvakken, dat mag. Dat is 2 baanvakken, dat mag. Ik weet niet of je de regels kent. Uw spiegels gebruiken dan misschien. Dat doe je dan misschien. Huh? Ik ga je face gebruiken dan. Oh, probeer een keer. Probeer.
You just pulled over. What are you gonna do now?
Probeer. Kom, ik heb je toch op camera, kom. Ik heb je toch op camera. Kom.
See, he literally just told him to pull over and let's fight it out. And then he did pull over and he rode away. Ego, guys. Typically the ones that have massive egos like this can't back it up. And I'm not saying, hey, you know, back up your ego. No, what I'm saying is get rid of your ego. It's an insecurity. Get rid of it. Okay? Don't do this. Don't do this. J-Max, yes, this shirt is on Amazon. This is the one I got off Amazon. All the shirts that I have are Amazon. And if you have, the link will be in the chat. Prime shipping. I got it quickly. It's comfortable. It's a Gildan shirt. So those of you that have Gildan understand. Very good. I love it. So good. Don't get distracted, Dan. This donation is a distractor. Also, yeah, boy. I haven't said that in so long. You distracted me. Thanks, man. I appreciate the 9.99.
Ik kan vanaf je kijken. Ik kan vanaf je kijken. Hou jij wel terugvinden? Hou jij wel terugvinden? Laat zien. Probeer. Ik heb je nummerplaat toch, jongen. Kom.
Ego's a problem, guys. Ego is a problem.
Oh, putain.
You know, to kind of go a little bit more on that one, just real quick. Look where he's at.
Oh, putain.
He's stuck in traffic. Don't you think the other guy can catch up to him and then run him off the road? You know what I mean? Bad drivers everywhere. Just watch out. Don't accelerate. Just watch. Just watch people do dumb stuff. So this is way above. He's supposed to go in the first available lane, went all the way to the right. Non-issue for us. Shouldn't have done that. Leave it alone. Low side. Stab the brakes. Rookie move. See, here's the thing. This is one of the big things that I see when it comes to track riders. They don't blame anybody but themselves. And this is what I love. I want normal commuter riders, normal people, you know, the everyday person that doesn't go to a track, that can't afford the track or doesn't just want to or whatever it is. I want regular commuter people to have this mentality. Think about it. Why are these guys on a track? They're trying to better themselves. They have the learning mind. I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying most of them, because that's a huge motivating factor to get on a track. They have, yeah, he's okay, crazy. He's okay. He's got full gear and everything. And I'm going to talk a little more about that. He's there to be better. He's there to do better. He's there to learn from mistakes. And they're doing it in a safe environment. Like, as safe as possible. Okay, so you can still die on a track because you're going high speed, everything, but they minimize obstacles. They reduce as many factors. We talked at the beginning of the stream where only, like people, let's say they can only handle 8 things, 8 factors, but there's 10 factors out on the road because you got cars, potholes, rain, water, other things. Howie, welcome to the crew, baby. You have all these other things that you have to navigate and figure out while also trying to navigate on your bike and figure out your bike and do fundamental stuff. So there's only so much you can do. But out on a track with so much stuff reduced and so many things taken away, there's really only 5 factors out there, right? I'm throwing numbers out there, but it's a reduction of factors because we reduced cars, reduced oils, reduced possible injuries here and there because of guardrails and stuff like that, paint. So there's like 5 things you have to worry about, but your skill level is at 8. So you can push the limits. And then let's say your skill level gets to 10, still 5 things. Skill level to 12, skill level to 15. You're level 15 now, this is a level 5 area. I know some of that makes sense to you guys as video game nerds like me. So when you go to a track, you're leveling up. You're leveling up in as safe as possible in an environment as safe as possible. So that's what happens when you apply too much front brake pressure, whether that's a car pulling out in front of us or we got too close because our space cushion went bad. So he slams that front brake because he was getting too close at these speeds. 120 miles, I think he said 120. No, he said he passed the guy 120. Now he's going to 80. This is 80 miles per hour. But look at his gloves. You don't see these gloves on street riders. Not typically. These are huge, like gauntlet, like very protective, rigid gloves. He's wearing a full suit too. Very good boots, very good helmet, full suit with a lot of impact protection. This would have been a guardrail if it was on a mountain. Or if there was no guardrail on the mountain, he's down the mountain. Nice soft dirt, not a lot of rocks. So typically, like, not big rocks. So you're going to have a runoff. So you're going to have dirt, you're going to have grass, you're going to have a lot of pebbles, but you're not going to have boulders. You're not going to have a cliff. You're not going to have a guardrail that won't move. You're just going to wrap your body around. Right here. Stab the brakes. Rookie move. Okay. And I see right here, this is, in my experience, dirt track riders are full of ego. So racers, yeah. Racers, you have to have an ego, right? If you're actually racing, you'll typically have an ego. But when you're going to these places for training sessions, you do that. So here's the thing. Ego's not bad. Ego's not a bad thing. I kind of want to make that clear. Ego will get you up in the morning, you know? I got something to do today. I have pride in my work. You know, I'm getting up in the morning, right? So it gets you up and out. But just like anger, you need to know how to regulate it. You need to know when to use it, when not to use it. So if somebody comes into my house and tries and has a gun on or it's like searching my house and it's putting my family in danger, my ego and anger, should I completely remove it? No. That's the moment you need to be like, no, and you do what you need to do to keep yourself safe and your family safe. So when it comes to like a red stage maneuver of somebody pulling out in front of you, go ahead. Get a little bit of anger, get a little bit of ego, because it's going to come naturally. Your adrenaline's going to pump out. But channel it not into a brown stage where you panic, like what happened here. He panicked, grabbed a fistful of front brake. Channel it into my training. What did I do in training? What do I do? I'm angry about it. I'm going to be aggressive in my swerve. I'm going to be aggressive to get back. I'm going to be aggressive in my progressive brake pressure. I'm going to be aggressive. That's exactly it. It's, yeah, confidence versus cockiness. Exactly. Garron. Exactly. So there's a time and place for it. And the only way you're going to know that is through training and being humble about what it is you can and can't do. Where it gets into a lot of people in trouble is that they believe they can do something more than what they can actually do. The Dunning-Kruger effect. But this is one thing I like about track riders, especially if you're going to a class or you're doing that to improve your time, improve your things, but do it scientifically with, you know, okay, well, how is my lap time here? Okay, well, let's take a look at my suspension. Let's take a look at my tires. Let's take a look at this. Okay, I could have done a little bit better on this turn. Could have done a little better on that turn. That right there is what's very important. That right there is what makes you a better rider and more humble, because you know that your mistakes cause you not to have the best time. So let's go ahead and fix those mistakes. The problem with a lot of people that I see out on the regular road, and this is why I say I want to convert these people to regular road mentality, or I want regular road people to have the track mentality, but on the regular road. That's what I want to get at. Is if you get into a close call, figure out what happened. Why were you in a close call? Oh, man, I went into that intersection not even looking. Okay, next time, the next intersection I go into, I'm going to double check, present myself really well, cover my brakes, go into orange stage. And that is what an after action review is, because I don't want you guys to go into close calls to figure this out. Because who knows, that close call could be a crash, and that could be the end of your life or the end of your riding. So I want you guys to watch these videos, and I want you to be on these live streams so that you can watch what happens here, and we can learn from their experience. That's an after action review. That's what I do Monday through Friday on this channel, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, live streams on this channel, and I have a recap on Sundays. Okay? And I also have training videos where you can go to the parking lot. So I have all these things because I want you guys to learn without having to experience the bad stuff. And if you like what we do, join up as a member. Please do so. It helps out the channel. You get emojis, a bunch of things for the live streams. What's up, Remus? Oh! See that right there? That right there, I don't want you guys having to live that. I don't want you guys to live that. It's like, why do you have to live that to learn from it? No, I don't want you to. I don't want you to get hurt. So right here, intersection, right? Intersection. You can tell it's an intersection because you see the sides of the vehicle. We talk about patterns all the time on this channel. So right here, side of the vehicle. So we know that there's an intersection right there. Because if there was no intersection, why is there sides of the vehicles? And you can also see right here. You see a sign. This is right turn. So you should be in orange stage. I see pedestrians like crazy all over the place. There's one here. There's a guy sitting here. There's There's a bunch of pedestrians here. I'm oriented to my situation. I'm oriented to where I'm at. I understand the conditions involved here are a lot of factors that can contribute to a crash. I can't keep an eye on all 30 of these things when I can only handle 8. So I just put myself in a level of paranoia or a level of heightened situational awareness in this area so that I can bounce from factor to factor like crazy. And in order for me to bounce from factor and factor like crazy is I'm going to go ahead and roll off the throttle so I don't have to worry about my speed as much. I don't have to worry about reaching for that front brake because I'm already have my hands on the hovering the front brake because it's an orange stage automatically. I'm not worried about, you know, swerving because I found my escape paths right now. So I'm preloading, I'm prepping, you know, I'm packing for that camping trip a week ago versus the moment before. Have it all set up and ready way back here before you get to here. And the only way you're going to know how to do that is that if you orient yourself to the situation, what's happening right here in this area, your orange stage. Do it in a car. Do it on your motorcycle. Do it while you're walking. Why is this guy applying the brakes? This is the after action mentality we have time to understand, but why is this guy applying the brakes? Something's happening. Why doesn't he just keep going? There's a big spot right there. Well, at the end of the day, I don't know. Not at that moment. At that moment, I have no clue why that guy's applying the brakes. But I'm going to tell you right now, I have my hands covered. I already know my escape paths. I already know that I'm slowing down, so my total stopping distance is a lot shorter than it was. So if I have to stop, I know that I could do progressive brake pressure in an emergency maneuver, red stage versus brown stage. And I know how far I can stop at this speed because I've practiced it. I know how to progressively brake because I practiced. See you later, Salvatore. Hopefully I said that right. So we're honking the horn instead of applying good braking pressure. You see how the horn doesn't really work? At least in my eyes. It doesn't work. It's a wasted movement. I can teach you how to shoot a gun in 50 movements. 50. Or we can find somebody that can teach you in 5 and get rid of all the bullshit that I just taught you. 50 movements versus 5. Because at the end of the day, you're trying to just shoot a gun. At the end of the day, you're just trying to stop. So why are we adding a 6th movement? Why are we adding a 7th movement? Why are we pulling in the clutch to rev bomb? Why are we using our left thumb to push the horn? Why are we trying to do this? Why are we trying to do that? Just stop. Just brake. Just brake. And if you can't stop in time, swerve and accelerate. $11 new members today. We got a lot of veteran crew members, so I'm extremely happy about that. Lots of good people here. We're not going to move on to this one. This is more of like an extreme road rage. We got 2 minutes left in today's class. And I think if you guys know what we do here in the class is that at the end we have a members only chitty chat. So those of you that are not members, we're going to be moving on to my office. We're going to have a nice little discussion, kind of talking real quick. I'm not going to spend a lot of time like I did yesterday and the day before, but I do want to have a good Q&A with members. So this is a good time for you to have your questions. I do Q&As at the beginning of the stream. This is amazing. Clement, thank you with the super sticker. Love it. So rookies, go ahead and take everybody else out to their cars. Go ahead and take everybody else out. Everybody else come into my office. Let's go ahead and have a chitty chat. There's my office right here. All legends, all veterans, all senior crew members, go ahead and get those seats as soon as you possibly can because we're about to get going. Everybody else, go ahead and crisscross applesauce right at the front of the desk, baby. Ooh-wee. Here we go. All right. Here we go, guys. Oh, Today was an amazing classroom session. Let's go ahead and get my comfy chair going. There we go. So if you do want to become a member, please do so. Click the link in the chat. Oh. So this is where you can ask your questions, guys. This is where you can ask your questions, but more so, this is like the Chiefs idea. Dan the Fireman. This is Daniel at this point, guys. I know. Hey, can you go ahead and get me some the barbecue from the office? Or not for the office, the class? All gone? They all took it? Okay, go grab some from the lounge. Go and grab some from the lounge. I want to get myself some barbecue. I haven't been able to eat. You guys have been eating. I've been talking this whole time. So 2 hours, guys. 2 hours. Yeah, a lot of new people in the chat. ZX10R Dev. This is really good. And you guys, here's the thing, crew. You guys were amazing. I was watching the chat. I was checking it out. Max, you missed a lot, man. And this is a great day. You might want to go back on the rebroadcast. You guys, crew members. Like, I'm speechless. I'm trying to think of something nice, but I'm just straight up speechless. I'm absolutely happy with how things went today. You guys were amazing. Absolutely amazing. I saw a lot of help. I saw a lot of chatter, and it was all positive stuff. Very good. Very good. Love it. Mark, how do you become a coach? So how I can only explain how I became a coach just because I don't know how it's done everywhere else, but how it happened with me is that I took some classes at Ride Arizona MTC out here in Tucson. I took all of them. I took the BRC1, BRC2. I took multiple BRC2s, multiple BRC1s. And then I took some advanced classes. I only paid for the one of each, and then they invited me to come back. And then I became a rider aide for them. This is for MSF stuff. I became a rider aide. So I was putting out cones. I was listening and shadowing the instructor, the coach, and they asked, do you want to be one? So basically what happens is they sponsored me to go do it. So they put my name in the hat. I had to pay for it, which is fine. So back then that was Patreon money. So you guys actually paid for me to become a coach. So once again, thank you guys so much for that. So I became a coach. It was like a 9-day course. I had to learn about adult learning principles. I had to learn how to stand in front of class. It was very out of my element because, hey, Howie, joined the giveaway. Nice. Welcome, man. That's awesome. You got your ebook too. And so I learned a lot, and it was out of my element because I'm more introverted. And so I learned a lot, and I kind of channeled the Dan the Fireman thing, and I did really well. And I came back, and I was able to coach basic rider course 1 classes. I'm BRC2 certified now, not advanced because you have to do another class, but that's how I became a coach, and continuing education through coaching and doing online stuff when available to expand my knowledge. Let's see. This is a good chat, good questions here. Do you have a must-have in your saddlebag video? No, I don't, Clueless Card Collector. I should, though. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't have one, but I'll tell you what I have in my saddlebag right now. I have my trauma kit. I have a couple of tennis balls cut in half. I think I got like 3 tennis balls cut in half, so that's 6 cones basically. I got an extra charger in there, like a charging cable, and a tire pressure gauge. And I think I have like those kickstand pucks. I think I have 2 of them in there. So 1 for me and 1 for whoever rides with me. Teen Volt Fisher, my question, does Rockform require a whole new phone case, and do they make a stem mount for sport bikes? You know what, they don't make a stem mount, and I'm a little upset by that. I'm going to actually talk to them. They don't make a stem mount for it. So I was looking, like, how do I do it? It's mainly for, like, cruisers and stuff. So the handlebar mounts, they have handlebar mounts, but I couldn't put that on the giveaway bike. I was, like, trying to figure out how to do it, and I was like, man, they need to make a stem mount. For a whole new phone case, you can buy their phone cases, but they have a universal adapter that you can... it's a 3M tape, and you put it on the back of the phone case you currently have, and it works just as well. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, 3M tape, like that stuff is no joke. As long as you follow the instructions, that stuff's no joke. It will not come off. Christoph, happy to be a new member today, baby. Ooh, I'm happy to have you here too, man. Let's see. He took out the previous coach and had to take his place like Batman. Going on a 4,000-mile road trip over the next 2 weeks. Going for my second iron butt. Any general tips or tricks? If this is your second iron butt, I think you kind of understand a little bit about it. 4,000 miles. Think about, prep. So, I mean, when was your last oil change? Because 4,000 miles is cutting it there. How are your tires? Because you don't want to have to replace a tire. Make sure you have anything and everything that you think could go wrong. I'm not the best when it comes to that long of a distance trip in terms of motorcycling, but I know in my car, if I ever do something like that, I know I'm gonna have to get an oil change. I'm gonna double check my tires before I leave. I'm gonna double check all that stuff, get it all checked out, bring emergency supplies for anything that could happen, stuff like that. General tip though for you, man, for 4,000 miles, don't rush it. I know you're gonna feel like I could do a couple more hours today, but the thing is, take a break, because towards the end, man, you second iron, but you already understand you're gonna get sore, and if there's no rush, don't rush it. Also know the laws, because 4,000 miles, man, I don't know where you're going, but know the laws in each state. So like if you're traveling from Arizona to California, for instance, like I would, Arizona does not require a helmet. California does. I wear a helmet no matter what, but I know some people don't, and you can get tickets like that. So know the laws. Does anyone have a recommendation for dual sport bikes? My second bike to take off-roading, DRZ 400 or TW 200 or a Van. Those are the ones I would probably go. I just want to say thank you for your awesome videos. Helped me a lot during my training period. Can't wait to get on the road by myself once I get my own bike. Sandus, dude, it's just good to have you, man. It's just always good to have you guys here. Just sit down and listen unless I have questions. Vox, no problem, man. No problem. Love having you here too. Let's see. This is the first online community I've been committed to, and I never knew what I was missing. It's phenomenal. Max, glad to have you guys. Oh, by the way, crew members, anybody, the Discord is free. The Discord is absolutely free. In fact, I'm going to put it on the screen real quick. 1 second. Let's go ahead and put it on the screen. This is the Discord right here. So it's a big chat room. It's a giant chat room. The streamer mode is on. Big chat room. There's a mental health section. That's why I created this Discord in the first place. But crew members, right here, right here. This is crew stuff. Like, you have to be a crew member. Get out of the way. You have to be a crew member for this. So you got voice channels for crew lounge. This is all hidden if you're not a crew member. So gaming section. So all this stuff up here. All this you'll see anyway. So we got a gym. You can ask questions in maintenance and gear. New rider questions, parking lot practice. I love seeing you guys' practice. So questions in here. We have all that. I'm not going to show the mental health just because I believe that's private for a lot of people. I mean, they're being a little public with it, but still want you guys to be, hey, Angel Crisis is waving. Sorry, we were back already. Let's see. Are you familiar with the Ride Safe Indiana classes? Indiana doesn't recognize MSF, I don't think. No, Garen, I don't. Garon, I don't. Ride Safe Indiana classes. That's interesting. I wonder who puts it on. I'm pretty sure the Department of Transportation in Indiana, but some states don't contract MSF or Total Control or whatever. They have their own. I think Colorado might have their own. I'm unsure. No, I don't know. I don't know what their curriculum is. I'd be interested, because here's the thing. MSF is MSF. Total Control is Total Control. If somebody comes up with something different, that means there's something different. And I want to learn what that difference is. So maybe I can apply that to what I do or not, I was making dinner for most of the stream, hence not saying much, but I was watching Rach. It's always good to have you too. I miss you. Howie, you're welcome, man. Wait, this just came to me. Where do I keep license and registration if I don't have a backpack or saddlebags in my pockets or something? So, in my wallet, I have a wallet. So what I do is I keep my license, obviously, in my wallet. But I fold up my insurance, like the typical insurance card that you can print off. So I keep it for my car and for my motorcycles in here. And while I'm here, I'm gonna double check. Okay, so this one's still good. Okay. And then, let's see. That's still good. And then I have my registration. I have my registration folded up, nice and tiny. And I put it in a small little section in my wallet. That's what I do. Okay, if I can figure this out. So that's what I do. I mean, in sport bikes, there's usually a little spot underneath your seat, and you can put it in like a plastic baggie so it won't get wet. Let's see. Yeah, keep your OtterBox, T and Volfisher, and then just get the universal adapter. You know, in fact, let's go up here. Let's go rockform.com. Let's go to accessories, universal adapter. There it is. I'll accept the cookies. There's the universal adapter. Save 20% on your first order. You can save 25 with mine. See? That's it. And it works. And it's the same thing as like the back of this. See how it's like the same thing? So the magnet, you still get the magnet with the universal adapter, and there's the open spot. So you can use your phone case that you have. You know what I mean? What's a kickstand puck? Let's see if anybody else answered that. Kickstand puck is basically just any piece of anything. It could be a piece of wood, piece of plastic. You can find them at like demo events, and you put it underneath your kickstand. So when you put your kickstand down, it sits on it so that it doesn't sink into the asphalt. It spreads out the surface area of the kickstand. See how the kickstand is like a point almost, and it'll stick in and get melted in. Or you can put it on this, and it'll push down so it's like this wide instead of like this wide. And we have that problem here in Tucson, Arizona, all that stuff. It gets hot. Moto camping. Any recommendations on good camping gear? AJ Stone. So a good recommendation for even a person to get into moto camping. Let's get you guys on somebody that knows what they're talking about more than me.
Do you love motorcycle travel and motorcycle camping?
There it is. Let's go ahead and get to this screen right here. So, channel trailer from 40 Times Around, guys. This guy, he knows way more than me when it comes to camping. He does a lot of stuff. Look at camping. What I pack for a motorcycle camping trip. 10 tips for traveling solo. Camping hacks, tips, and tricks. This guy, yeah. I've actually been a patron of his for a very long time. Go ahead and share that with you guys. If I don't know something, I try to find people that know more than me on that aspect. Yeah, hammock camping is the way to go. Whew. I sleep so much better in a hammock, and it's less to pack. Grab him. Go to him. Subscribe to FTA. 40 Times Around or 40 Times Around Adventures. Go to him. Check him out. He would answer any of your questions way more than I could. See, that's the thing, guys. We're doing a little bit of a Q&A here. If you do go to his channel, let him know I sent you. I want him to know that there's people out there that care, you know? I want him to know that we all help each other out. If there's somebody out there that knows more than I do, I want to learn. I'm not just sitting here like, well, don't listen to him, listen to me. You have to listen to me. No. If somebody knows more than I do, I want to learn, but in the meantime, I'm going to send you to them. I'll try my best to learn, and you know what? If that doesn't pique my interest, like if I don't feel like, if somebody asks me, well, how do you remove the motor from your motorcycle and replace it with a different motor, or how do you do that right there? Like, I would love to know, and I'll try to find somebody that will do it for you and teach you that. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have the time to know it. I don't have the time to learn it. So here's a good resource. Check them out. And that's what I'm doing with this motorcycle. Moto Trek's also very good. Very good. I'm also subscribed to him and his own personal channel. I forgot his name though. The guy that hosts it. So I'll find somebody for you guys and I'll just direct you to them. That's the thing. That's the community, right? That's the community. And that's what I want to build here on this channel. And then what I want to build here on the Discord, in the crew, is that if you have an expertise and you have something that you could bring to the rest of the crew members, please do so. Whether you think it's stupid or not, if you're amazing at writing English papers, there's going to be somebody here that doesn't do very well at that. And you could be helping them. If you're good at video games, join the Discord and play and you know, bring some people along and have a good time. Yeah, Magpie Flies is very good too. Yeah, as the let me share that one too. She's very good. She's a very nice person. I absolutely love what she does. She's a great artist, great everything. So let's go to this. As the magpie flies. Very amazing. Wait, what is dispersed camping? Guys, you need to check her out too. She's under 10,000 subscribers, guys. That's a travesty. Travesty. That's As a Magpie Flies. That linked right there. So the goal for the crew and the community is to just make each other better. I mean, boil it down, and that's what we're doing here. But guys, I just really wanted to say thank you for being so supportive of the channel this week. Got a lot of new members this week. A lot of new people entering the giveaway. Excuse me, I got a lot of donations yesterday for charity. We're doing amazing things, guys. We're doing amazing things. In the presence of a true master of their art and trade, yeah. Don't you feel, Fee? That's who I'm responding to. Don't you feel like you could do better when you're around somebody that like, it's not like that they're amazing. It's that they show this enthusiasm for what they do, and they're really good at it, and then they're willing to teach others. Like, if I see somebody doing that, and I'm like a participant and I'm just a viewer, I am just like, wow, right? Like, wow. I feel like I could do anything because of that person. And that's what I want you guys to feel. You know, whether from me or not, I want you guys to feel that, because when I feel it, it's like, wow, wow. Garron, do I have any other jobs or just YouTube? Just YouTube. I mean, I'm an MSF riding coach, so I mean, I guess that's a job. It's contract work. I'm also an accident scene management instructor. I haven't taught my own class. I just wanted to go there for the information. There is somebody locally that does it. I might jump more into that. It's actually been 1 year today that I co-taught the class in Vegas. It's actually 1 year today, accident scene management. Traeger, is that the guy that owns Traeger? Like Traeger Grills? $1 Million Bogan. Yeah, I've seen him. He's pretty cool. He takes his Harleys and stuff off road. But yeah, I have a few other things. I was a firefighter and doing this, but then I resigned from that, and now I'm doing this full time. I have a lot of other ideas. Trust me, my creativity does not get stuck in motorcycling. But yeah, I got to get going, guys. Foxtopher, how many subscribers do you need to make YouTube a full-time job? It's not really about subscribers. I was doing this full-time under 100,000. It's just that you have to, I don't know. You just have to love what you do and just keep plugging away. You know, if you have good principles, if you have good, if you're a good person, you tend to succeed. And there's a lot of bad people that succeed, but they don't last a long time. I've been doing this for a long time, and I realized, gotta be humble, and you guys make me humble. So as much as I want to say that I'm like super successful here because of what I did, no, I'm successful here because what you guys are allowing me to do. Simple as that. You know, you guys dictate what I do. So the community is the community. You guys are. I gotta get going, guys. You guys, I gotta get going. I'll be on the Discord. Discord is absolutely free. I gotta go pick up some mail from the P.O. box because a lot of you guys are sending in free entries to the motorcycle giveaway. So I gotta clear out my mailbox and then start tracking those. I'm serious. Look at this mail. I'm gonna shake it up so you guys can't see it, but I got a lot of mail. This is just 2 days. This is 2 days of free entries. I gotta count these. And I got probably twice as much in my P.O. box. Okay, guys? So I got a lot of work to do. The motorcycle giveaway is ongoing right now, so please do so. Get in there. Hopefully I answered some of you guys' questions. I will be on the Discord, and I can't wait to see whoever wins this motorcycle, guys. I really can't wait. It's going to be so cool. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. I'm going to put the regular mode on, and I'll see you guys later. This is live. Discord is absolutely free. They're like a Haya. Woo! Yeah! Love the Ric Flair, baby. Woo! Yeah! No, that's Macho Man Randy Savage. Yeah, we're doing a Macho now. Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Join the Discord. Discord is free, guys. Discord is free. Be good to have you. Be good to have you. We just hit 194,000 subscribers, guys. 194,000 subscribers. And we need 13 more members for a new emoji. 13 more members for a new emoji. So if you'd like to join up, please do so. Welcome, Lynn, to the Discord. Welcome, the Meech. Yeah. KF7 Gem, welcome. Every time I click away, the GIFs, the GIFs, you guys made fun of me for calling it a GIF. They stop playing. I know, Fee. Ooh, yeah. I mean, the goal is to obviously pay for these bikes with the entry money, right? But at the same time, you know, I really want you guys to have a good opportunity to win if you can't afford it. You know, if you can't afford the $15 entry, I still want you guys to, you know, be a part of this cool thing that we're doing because of the community. What is happening for 200,000 subscribers? Not much, you know. I'm waiting for 250,000. I want 250,000 subscribers. I want to be able to say 250,000 subscribers, and then I'm going to do something stupid. I don't know what it is yet. Yeah, Fozo. Go for it. Yeah, ZX. I love the crew. ZX10R Deb, thank you so much for being awesome and supporting people to have conversations and being a part of this. That's what I love. That's what I love. Be accepting. Snap into a Slim Jim. Slim Jim needs to offer me a sponsorship or something, right? Like one of these companies needs to offer me a sponsorship. You know how fun I would have? Raymond, you take it easy too, man. Woo-wee. Oh, yeah. Woo! Yeah, it cried off. I know. But the culture says GIF, you know? I always say GIF because that's what he wanted. But you know what? If the culture says GIF, we're going to do GIF. I'm glad, Raymond. You got two Raymonds there. Garafano. There's no rolling of the R on that one. I know. Garafano. I feel that always watching this making me a better rider. And that's the thing. Thank you, brother. Take your vitamins. Yeah, brother. Oh, Foso. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna help you out, Foso29. We're gonna help you out, man. We're definitely gonna help you out. You know, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream so that it's not taken up by all these GIFs or GIFs, so we can start helping out Foso and anybody else that needs help. So guys, join the Discord. I'll be seeing you soon.